love that theme. It's been too long since we've heard it. What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome to day 11 of Dragonbane, The Secret of the Dragon Emperor, an episode which I am calling, probably being far too pleased with myself, Malus Aforethought. It's good to see everyone. Welcome to a Tuesday, August 11th. Not quite at mid-August, but closing in as we continue to press on through the month of August and through our summer as we head along towards what will be an exciting and busy fall. But there's a lot of summer left to go, so let's not give up on that too fast. Good to see everyone here. Just a couple of quick reminders before we get started. If you have not already done so, please follow the channel. Please check out and subscribe to our YouTube. I've seen more subscribers over on YouTube, which is wonderful. Please keep that up. It really does help us out and gives you some cool stuff as well, including early access to some content. That's !ArfTube. Blue Sky is !ArfSky. Please join me over on my microblogging platform of choice. And of course, the Discord for this, !ArfCord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. That is always hopping. Website for this, arvanelleron.com. Financially, !ArfShop. That's the merchandise area. !ArfTreon is the Patreon, where you can get cool stuff for yourself and cool stuff for the channel. We're going to be trying to do some redesign on that soon, but you can still get some unique things, including inspirations to help our tabletop players. And while I'm on that subject, inspirations have been reset for the month. But if you're like, I also would like to inspire the players, how do I do that? I'm glad you asked. Supporting the Patreon at the tier 2 or tier 3 level, and also subscribing, I should say at the $10 level, excuse me, and subscribing, which is the other thing I wanted to ask you to do, at the tier 2 or tier 3 level, will give you an inspiration to use. If you do both of those things, you can get 2 inspirations to use on any of our tabletop campaigns during the course of the month. Yes, indeed, it is game day. It is game day. Welcome, Prince Justin. So that's the deal with that. Please do sub to the channel. On the publishing front, !Icarus, my graphic novel, !Library. That's my Tales and Tomes, The Forbidden Library. That is my 5e adventure and sourcebook. And !Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, award-winning, critically acclaimed, available at that link. You can get the audiobooks of Greyshade from our very own Trent Sparks at that link as well. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade, coming to you soon from our designer and friend Brandon O'Brien. And on the beyond that, !BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. !Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And !Ukraine, UKRAINE, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage, and send the message that we will do so for others in that situation in the future. We're going to be playing this today. I have finished the schedule, which is great. We're going to be doing this today, and then I believe we have nominations for the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month coming up at the end of, after our session closes down this afternoon. Then I will be over at GOG.com at 4 p.m. Eastern, playing more of, with Pen and Pixels, playing more of the Lamplighters League, which is exciting. It looks like our vocalist is probably going to end up being either next Tuesday or the weekend or the week after. We have to finalize details on our vocalist, but that will be coming soon. And then on Thursday, we get back into something which has gone very well so far on stream, and I'm actually really enjoying it, and I'm thinking about and I'm excited to continue it, and that's more of Suikoden HD1 Remaster. I'm excited to keep playing that. And on Saturday, of course, we have more of Dragonlance as opposed to Dragonbane. Session 2, Day 2 of Dragonlance, the Shadow of the Dragon Queen. So we've got Secret of the Dragon Emperor here with Dragonbane, and we've got Shadow of the Dragon Queen there with Dragonlance. It's a lot of dragons, it's a lot of banes and lances and shadows, but we will get all of that stuff done. I am excited for all of it. But having said that, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to wave hi to all of you. And now I am going to unmute myself and apologize to anyone that I might have interrupted because I could not hear them. And then I will unmute them. And last but certainly not least, I will head over to reveal to you the crew. You can see they are all here. They are all ready. They are prepared, ready to go. We are ready to go bane some dragons. And as we begin, 3 dragons have landed on the... No, just kidding. Not just joking. There's no... Why would there be dragons in this?
It's 5.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Why would there be dragons in this universe? It's fine. But I am very excited to hear from all of these folks and to see what all of their characters get up to. And I will begin as per usual at the top of the column with Crocs, who is back with us. Crocs was not here last time, and we were talking about how well everyone managed Crocs' character. There was no, no breaking of any rule or any risk at any point to tutorial. I think it was all fine. Crocs, how are you? How's everything with you? And who are you playing this afternoon?
Yeah, I'm Crocs. Hello. You might have seen me before, although it has been a while by now, so I'm glad to be back today. Yeah, I'll be playing as Toriel, our resident or traveling, more like elf artisan that tries to solve things with the appropriate tools, which sometimes turn out to be a giant hammer. As it so happens.
That's right. A magical giant hammer at the moment, actually.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
So I'm very much looking forward to doing that again.
Very excited to have you with us. As always, Crocs, good to have you back. And it is also lovely to have Tari with us. Tari Tunes is here and is ready. Ahatea may be terrible, but not Tari. It's good to see you, Tari. How's everything with you in your neck of the woods? And whom are you playing this evening or afternoon?
Now, I mean, you guys already know that from the green room and everything, but basically, I finally got my diagnosis for ADHD and autism, and am now on medication for that, for the ADHD. I don't think there's any autism-related medications. It would be odd. But anyway, if I behave or talk weirdly or whatever, well, more weirdly than usual, blame the medication, because we are still figuring out the dosage and everything. So yeah.
But I'm glad though that you, as we said in the green room, I'm glad that you were on a good path. That is a relief for you, I'm sure, obviously, and for all of your friends. So it's good that is the case. What will you be doing in this game in terms of who you will be playing?
I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. That kind of depends on what happens next. But I am playing Ahatea the Terrible, who is a most horrifying and evil-ish sort of duck.
Dreadful.
Dreadful, yes. And a wizard. So, yes.
Who, when we last saw Ahatea, was blowing dragon knights off off cliffs. So that's how that went down. But I am excited to have Tari back with us.
I have one very terrible news, though. Because of the medication, I can't have any coffee anymore.
Oh, that is, there are sacrifices that must be made. I'm sorry to hear that. Fortunately,
I just bought a cool, very tacky, skull-shaped coffee mug a few weeks ago.
Can't you have tea?
No. Yeah, but I don't want tea. I want coffee.
Well, but you're going to have to learn. It's time to get some skull tea, if you will.
Skull tea.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Like, there's one thing to have tea, but if you're drinking tea from the skull of a dead god or something, that's like...
Well, I can't have alcohol. I can't have coffee. All bits.
Yeah,
Lame-o.
We're gonna have to compensate by making this caffeine dragon caffeine. I was about to say caffeine bane, and then I realized no, that means the end of caffeine, and you don't want that. So we're just gonna have to keep everyone excited and moving along. I'm sorry about the no coffee and no alcohol, but I am glad that you are with us. That is the most important thing. It's good to have Tari with us, and it is also good, of course, to have. I do have to say, just before I get to Tren, that I looked down on the bottom of the column, and as I did, I saw Bruce's greyhound for a second. Literally was in the silhouette of the outline of the painting. So I went down, all of a sudden, like, it's moving. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like, oh, like the painting's like, and in Bruce's house, things just come to life and walk away. Anyway.
Yeah, why is that odd?
Well, I mean, sure, that's a good point. Why am I even saying?
It's normal for Wales.
That's a typical thing. That's that right. That's just a Tuesday on Wales. But anyway, Tren, it is good to see Tren Sparks. How is everything with you, sir? How's life in the universe? Our big test today is, can Tren remember which dragon campaign he's playing and which character associated with it? That's our big test. So we'll see. How you doing, Tren? Who are you playing today?
I am playing in the game system where I have to roll lower.
Right. Yes.
So,
we're gonna cross the streams at some point. It's gonna get very confusing.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mentioned this on Saturday after the other dragon.
Dragonlance, yes.
Thank you, that one. That my next narration for Pseudopod was going to be coming up today, and it is live, but I will save it until the end of the stream to put out the link and whatnot, so that everybody can go and listen to it.
Very cool. What was the story that you did for that? Was it
it is called Jerry Got Bit.
Okay.
It is the next it's the next thick story. God, man. Richard Dansky has been writing werewolf stories for Pseudopod for a while, and this is the latest edition. And it's split into 2 parts. So one is released today and one is released on Friday.
Very cool. That's cool. I was on a panel with Richard Dansky last year at Gen Con, actually. So cool stuff. Very excited to see what happens with that. And
who am I playing?
Yeah, I was gonna say, who are you playing?
I am playing a werewolf. Well, he's not a werewolf. He's just a wolf.
I was like,
what? Well, no, his name is. Oh my God, my accent. I'm so sorry. No, his name is. There we go. That's how you pronounce it. Man, it's close. Most people just pronounce it Chuff. But he is a wolfkin hunter, and he is usually pretty good at what he does. But what he doesn't do, like Jaegering somebody else's character. Not real good at that. Yeah.
I don't know what you're referring to, but I am.
I don't either.
I am excited, however, to see what Chuff gets up to today. Always a pleasure to have Trent with us, and also a pleasure to have, of course, Undeveloped Bruce back with us once again. Last time you saw Bruce was playing a turtle who has just discovered the meaning of existence, so to speak, in the person of a sentient lobster. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you missed some things, and you got to go check out By the Dice Roll. But that was that campaign. Here we are playing something else that's green. It's good to see you, Bruce. How are you, and who are you playing in our session today?
Thank you very much for reminding me about that. Yeah, I'm doing all right, thank you. This week's going much better than last. The week before that was great. I got a promotion at work.
Hey,
I'm now
congratulations.
senior.
Nice.
And then last week I was on call and all of our systems went down, and then all of our test environments went down and I couldn't test anything.
But that's a problem for the senior. Oh, wait.
Yeah, yeah. And then I fell down the stairs.
What?
And I sprained my ankle and got a chip fracture. And the hospital I needed to go to for the minor injuries was 2 hours and 3 buses away, which is always fun when you have hurt your ankle. And then, yeah. So, and then my Lambda sensor on my car is gone. So my car's in the garage.
Oh my God.
But today's great.
Okay.
Today is fantastic. I've got caffeine, not to brag.
Tari's expression.
And today I am playing Frogor, who you can see down here in the amazing drawing by Tari.
Yep.
That is my avatar at work also.
That's awesome.
Makes me so happy.
And I have reverse Frogor at my desk as well, who is a little chick.
Nice.
Yes.
Aww,
a reverse
so cute.
Frogor.
Yeah. And Frogor is a knight who follows Ahatea the Terrible. He has also, in the last session, he was given by Nicleon in his dying breaths a necklace / emblem of Eladane to continue the mission against evil. So maybe he's got 2 missions now, to fight evil and also to serve Ahatea the Terrible. So
I'm sure these are no conflict at all.
There's no conflict of interest there. Yeah, because evil is great and we're terrible, so
sure,
it's fine.
It should be fine. I can't wait to see. There'll be no cognitive dissonance. It's not like Frogor lives with cognitive dissonance in any respect, you know. I mean, like, not in any way whatsoever.
Yes.
And
of course we have the Ahatea's other servants, Chick Gore, who is unofficially my backup character for when Frogor does something stupid and dies, and Hogor, the valiant steed. So yeah.
Yes, and I am excited to see what both of those get up to as I turn on the music. 2 quick notes, by the way. First of all, I just happened to see this when I was popping this up. So my YouTube channel is 12 years old today. I launched apparently all the way back on August 11th, 2014. I did not know that, but anyone who's watching on YouTube and all that stuff, thank you, YouTube, for archiving my videos in the great Twitch exodus of 2014 when they stopped doing videos for a while. And I've been running it ever since. So anyway, I thought I'd mention that. Secondly, quick note, which is that I see Craigery. It's good to see Craigery. And Craigery, I need to drop you a line as a reminder. I'm just letting you know that I'm going to be chatting with you about something web related at some point soon. So just I saw your name and I'm like, I was been meaning to talk to you.
Involves spiders. Spider goulash.
Awesome. Thank you, Craigery. It's good to see everybody in chat. Again, thank you to Imaginary Exponent for the sub. It's very good to see you, Imaginary. Good to see Butthurt. Good to see Prince Justin, Triffid, all the folks. Lovely to see you all. Last session, we found ourselves here in Fort Malus. As I said, I call this episode Malus Aforethought because there is some kind of malice happening in Fort Malus. And it's not clear as to what that level of evil is, but it is clear that the Dragon Knights, which first brought the party to this fort, again, I was really excited about this in part because it was a very sandboxy moment that happened to involve them running into a Dragon Knight and then them deciding rather than running or attacking, they would go along and see what was happening. And boy, was there some stuff happening when they actually got to this fort, because it turns out these Dragon Knights who are trying to root out evil cultists, which sounded pretty good, had done so to such a great degree that they basically became a cult themselves, more or less. At least that's what it seemed like. And at some point, they were going to fall afoul of the members of the party who have a little bit more of... I can't believe I'm about to say that the party has a more moderate approach, but I think that's actually somewhat accurate, at least than these cultists did. And so the party ultimately found a prisoner whose name was Iliel, who was taken to Fort Malus against her will by the Dragon Knights because they wanted her to translate this elven script, what they thought was some strange script, on this door that is in the cellar of this fort that leads to something strange, perhaps ominous, malicious, unusual. The party has seen visions, has felt like something bad is happening here. And so that is why they brought her back. The party rescued her. The Dragon Knights found out about it. The party was like, listen, you really kind of need to calm down. The Dragon Knights were like, really, have at you. And then a battle ensued. It was not an easy battle, it must be said, but it did help, as I mentioned, when the party managed to get a lot of pew-pewing, a lot of hammer swinging, a lot of shield blocking and sword fighting from Frogor, and a couple of well-placed let me blow you off the cliff fireballs from Ahatea. Put all that together and you ended up with a group of people. The Dragon Knights were defeated, and one of them, of course, Nikleon, who had in the end tried to basically, had been turned, I guess you might say, to the good side of the Force. There was a big Darth Vader moment. You already have, Frogor. But sadly expired and gave Frogor this emblem of Eladane, as previously mentioned, to which Frogor's reaction was, I am the best knight after all. That was a very funny moment, I thought. And so as the session begins, you have here Iliel, who has mentioned that this malice still remains within the fort, though the knights themselves have been defeated. So I'm going to hand things over to the party to ask them what they want to do, but I do just want to double check here with a little status check, because we had a lot of people doing pushes and, you know, all that kind of stuff last time. So, Chuff, I have you at 12 out of 12 hit points. Do you have any remaining conditions that we need to know about?
I should probably open my character sheet.
That might be a help.
Okay. No.
Okay, I did not think so.
Yes, I'm at 12 out of 12. No, I have no remaining conditions.
Okay. Toriel, I don't believe had any conditions. Toriel, I have you still at 12 out of 12, I believe.
Matches my notes.
Okay. Ahatea, you were at 8 out of 15. But I wanted to double check on conditions because I thought you had maybe the exhausted condition, but I wanted to double check and see.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Exhausted. All right. And then Frogor is 8 out of 9, and I believe you had the frightened condition or scared or whatever it's called.
Scared, yeah.
Scared. Sorry, frightened is the D&D term. Scared is a far more,
Scared of how amazing he is.
Exactly. That's right. Scared of his awesomeness. Anyway, okay, I have all that stuff. So you are standing by the gate except for Chuff, who I think is just right outside. I don't actually remember why Chuff is out that way. Maybe because Chuff was...
That was up top.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Because they were shooting.
That's right. Okay, so I can delete that other token that is randomly on the screen. There's 2 Chuffs at the moment.
Well, that's because whenever we roll initiative, we put the...
Oh, yeah. Right. That's right. Let me move that aside then. So I can move this over here. Let's put you, I don't know, over there someplace. Okay. And that brings us here. Okay, so Iliel is standing behind you in the fort. What would you all like to do?
She was a prisoner, right?
Yes, which you freed.
Yeah.
How do we get rid of conditions again? Do we need to have a particular rest?
Yes. During a rest, I believe it is that you get rid of 1 condition per rest. And let me just double check on the resting component.
I think there is a possibility of getting rid of 2, but you have to have a party member who can help with that.
That's right. So during a stretch rest, you've got the a quick rest lasts just a single round, and you can only have a round rest once per shift. I should have marked this off, but I think you may have had a round rest already.
Yes.
A stretch rest, though, is you heal a certain amount of hit points. If someone else is tending to you and succeeds with a healing roll, which is partly what Trent is referring to there, that means you get 2d6 back. And during a stretch rest, you also recover willpower points, a certain number of willpower points, and also heal a condition of your choice. And you can only have a stretch rest once per shift. I don't remember if you've all had a stretch rest yet per this shift. I don't remember if you do. I'll have to double check.
Yes, we did.
You did have one? Okay, which leads us to...
Well, I do have like a little diamond next to my stretch.
Then that leads us...
is a... Oh, no, then there needs to be a red dot inside the diamond,
Yes,
right?
that's right. That's right.
Oh, then
so you may not have had the stretch rest. And then the last one is the shift rest, and that's a full shift of time. During a shift rest, you restore all lost hit points and willpower points, and you heal all conditions. So if you want to heal everything you've got, it's a shift rest. If you want to heal one condition, it would be a stretch rest. And if you want to say the hell with it, damn the torpedoes, just continue. It's up to you.
Well, I'm also running low on willpower points, so and without those I can't cast, really.
I'd quite like to have a rest of the type that would heal one status condition.
Okay.
I can stand watch because I don't need anything.
I will stand with you, Iliel says.
Oh, all right.
And she kind of goes up the top of the gate. Where do so if the three of you are going to get a rest, where do you want to do it? You could just be outside in the courtyard next to this, what's left of the smoldering fire, or by the tree. I guess you could all go to the top floor of the gatehouse and hang out here. It's up to you.
Drogor will head back towards the fire.
Okay.
And pop the kettle on for the mistress.
Okay.
Permitted
Toriel.
to enter the castle, but I would like to.
Okay. Yeah, you all notice that Toriel seems much more alert today, less distant.
Strange.
Yeah.
Welcome, but strange.
Okay, so if you're going, you are going into the castle, Toriel, or no? Or
Yes, but
right.
you'll need to move my token.
Oh, can I not? Oh, right, because you're inside the thing. Now you should be able to move it, I think. Yay, there we go. Okay. All right. So for the rest, if all of you on your sheets click Shift Rest, it probably will do the healing for you, I think. And will probably heal a condition or give you an option to do so. So if you can click that, that would be good. I think actually, because you're standing watch, I'm trying to decide if we're not Shift Rest. If I said Shift Rest, I'm sorry. I meant Stretch
Dang it.
Rest. Sorry. That's my
What
fault.
was my hit points?
I meant Stretch Rest. That's my bad.
I don't know what my hit points
Your
were.
hit
8?
points were 8 out of 15. Sorry about that.
And I was exhausted. Okay, so stretch rest. Macro options. Are you being cared for? Yes, I'm getting teammate. Does that count? No, because Frogor is also resting.
Oh, poor Frog.
So,
2
I
willpower.
will try to help you though.
Are you trying to help? You're trying to help who?
Do remind me, who had 2 conditions?
Well, so here's the deal, though. If you're going to heal, it means you're not going to get any benefit of it yourself. That's fine if you're okay with that. I don't think you have anything anyway, so...
Exactly.
Okay.
I only had 1 condition. So
I also
I'm
only had
okay.
1.
So either one, what it would mean is that they would get additional hit points. So they would roll 2d6 instead of 1d6, I think is what would happen. In fact, I don't know if you have on your character sheet if you can do a healing roll. Because you have to succeed with a healing roll, Toriel. So if you do a healing roll and it'll probably give you a healing on who, then you can then that should take care of that situation. Okay.
I actually succeeded though.
You did succeed. Okay. So that means that they get good stuff. So that means that whoever you were healing, whichever one you chose to heal, is going to get an extra 1d6 back.
That would be Frogor in this case.
All right, Frogor. So you get to roll another 1d6. And your conditions are clear. Nice. Look at that. There we go. All right. So Frogor is like completely hale and hearty. Okay. Ahatea, you rolled how much? Let's see. 5. Is that 5 that I'm looking at?
5 hit points,
It
2
glitched
willpower.
out.
Glitched out. It looks like 5 is what you got.
5 hit points
Yeah.
and 2 willpower.
And 2 willpower points. Yeah. That
Yeah.
looks right. Okay, so 13 out of 15 for Atea, and your exhausted condition is gone. Frogor's scared condition is gone. One other thing I want to put as a note, I like to do this so that when I'm watching the VOD back, I can remember to remind myself. I want to double check again about health and how hit points and health goes up. I don't remember if it's specific to one of your particular skills or traits, but I want to make sure that I'm not forgetting about that. I love our leveling system, but since it is still relatively new to me, I need to double check on the health portion of it. So I'm just putting a note out there that I'm going to try to hit, unless you're all going to have 9 hit points the whole game, which, that's certainly a thing. Okay. And I'm coming to you with something in just a minute, Shuff, so. Let's see. Your maximum number of hit points is equal to your con. Okay. Let's see. Attributes rarely change throughout the course of the game, but you can increase that through the heroic ability Robust. Okay. Good to know. But you do also have armor. As we noted last time, Frogor, for example, took 6 points of damage and reduced it to 1 because of badass armor and a helm. So armor does a lot of work in this game. Okay. While the 3 of you are resting by the smoldering remains of the fire, and there is a faint sort of misty rain at this point, I should say, that's coming down as well. I want to cut quickly to Chuff as you were standing kind of looking over the battlement. And Iliel, again, is standing next to you, and she has her arms folded, and she shivers slightly. And she says, do you feel what is behind us, Chuff? The rumbling malice of this place, the evil of it.
I mean, kind of persistent throughout the entirety of the Vale, but I mean, there is something icky feeling from over there, like wading through a stagnant creek. You know, it's still water, but it feels wrong when you touch it.
Yes. It is something that has sickened the land, I think. I worry sometimes that even if we find what is wrong here, it's only a symptom of the larger evil in this valley. And I wonder sometimes whether this valley is worth saving at all. The people, the creatures must be saved, but the valley itself is so buried now in layers of corruption and hatred that I don't know.
What would be the other option?
An unacceptable one, devastation for all. We cannot choose that path either, but it does not make this one any easier down which to tread.
Doesn't necessarily have to be easy.
What if we fail?
Then we fail. But if we don't try, that's even worse.
And shivers again. You're right. Do you think you and your companions will be willing to continue to try, no matter how difficult the path becomes?
I haven't known them all that long, but I suspect that they are probably likely to want to do the right thing, if for reasons.
Even the one with the duck skull staff.
There are two ducks. Which one are you talking about?
Well, the one with the staff. The
Oh, yes, Aforethought.
she calls herself the Terrible.
Yes, I know.
Is she terrible?
Probably. I mean, I don't know if she's... Well, never mind. That's inappropriate.
One of my kinsmen, the one you call Toriel,
Yeah.
he is an elf like me and seems sensible, but he holds that magic hammer. I worry, too, if we elves become... In our arrogance, we have believed in the past that nothing that happens here could really touch us, that we are above the fray. Only within the last blink of time, say 150 years, and it just sort of like throws that off, have we been able to realize that we are just as subject to corruption as anyone else. Will he stay clear of that corruption, do you think?
Hope so.
And she nods slowly. And the fraud
Duck.
duck.
The other mallard.
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, the other duck. Yes. They seem well committed to the cause of good. Well, but they also serve the creature known as Terrible. What of this Frogor?
And put it this way. If you had a potential, somebody who could very easily be an enemy, would you rather keep them closer where you can watch over them, see when they start to stray off of the path, and you, as a knight of very goodly spirit, would prefer them to remain upon, that you could subtly nudge them back towards, let them have their moments of terribleness, but try to keep them on a better path. Or would you rather them not be around and you have no idea what they're doing?
There are too many of those that I do not know what they are doing already. So you feel like you're keeping an eye on the two ducks and my elf kinsman.
Well, I'm helping to keep an eye on Ahatea. I don't feel like I need to watch Frogor as closely. Chickgore, however.
Yes. What of Chit? No, she says. I was so tempted to be like, what of Chickgore? Yes, I noticed the naming conventions. It's interesting.
That's one word for it. Yeah.
Well, and she turns to you, also hi nonstop. She turns to you and she says, I am grateful that you are watchful, Chuff. And she considers, and then she reaches into her cloak and she pulls out what looks like at first like almost might be like a small little coin that has been attached to a leather sort of like piece of like leather string twine or something like that. And she says, this is a symbol of my people. It is said that it has some fortunate properties. I don't know if that's true. But if you are in deepest darkness and your will to try feels as if it is wavering, perhaps this may bring you some comfort. And she reaches the coin hanging on the end of the leather string to you.
While I very much appreciate that, the recent circumstances would seem to tell me that perhaps you need it more than I do.
She nods and smiles. She says, perhaps, but then you did all show up to rescue, just in time. And regardless, it feels to me that where you are going, there will be more danger on your path than on mine. Once we are done with this place, I must return to my people and see if I can convince them of what I have already learned, that evil will not wait for good to find it. That means that you may need this more than me.
Accepted with gracious thanks.
And she nods and she turns back and says, storm's coming. Okay. That brings us back to the end of the stretch rest. I was waiting for someone to be like, do you know how they died, your parents? Did you grow up there? And then we could get the greatest scene of any James Bond movie ever between Bond and M. Great writing, by the way. I've talked about that scene before.
From Skyfall?
From Skyfall. It's spectacular. It's so good because it says so much with so little. And also, it's just like, Judi Dench is like, all right, now I'm just going to go kick some ass. And you're like, yeah, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. My goodness. Anyway, all right. So the stretch, this rest passes. Not the stretch rest. Sorry, the stretch rest, not the shift rest. Yes, passes. And it is now relatively late in the day. Probably like, let's say maybe 4-ish in the afternoon, something like that. And so there is again this kind of gray sort of sky above, and there is light rain that is falling. Basically has put out the rest of the fire at this point, Hatea and Frogor and Toriel notice. But at this point, Ilio comes down and comes towards the fire. So, Chuff, you can do that if you wish. They seem to be awake at this point, and you can all decide what you'd like to do.
I would love to, but I can't control that character.
Oh, because I can't. I keep going, what's wrong? Oh, it's because you're locked in. There you go. And that's all set. Right.
Toriel would very much like to grab one of the probably very dry pieces from the edge of the fire.
Okay.
And try carving it into something what in his mind would resemble the tiny statuette that set us up on our quest.
Okay. You can do that, I think. Are you trying to make this sort of a fairly crude, like fairly quick representation? Or are you trying to really pour all of your heart and soul into it? I'm asking only because it may have an effect on if you're trying to do a roll or not.
It depends on how much time we have, but given it's just been a short rest, I'd say this is the first draft that we'll try to refine over time.
Okay. Can do that, for sure. What about everybody else?
So all the knights are dead, right?
Yes. All the knights
Did we
are dead.
like check their bodies yet? Like for keys and stuff like that?
No. Did you want me to climb down the cliff, mistress?
Which of the guys did I shoot down the cliff again?
I think it was the main guy.
Yeah, it was the big
Oh,
boss.
it was the main guy.
The one who brought you here in the first place, I believe.
Tylos.
Tylos, yep.
Big boss, huh?
Defeated him. We've got... and then you also defeated... Well, Nikleon was defeated. And Isadelia, of course, was the other one who was defeated.
How steep was that cliff?
Pretty steep. It's, I would say, drops pretty quickly. It's not quite a sheer drop, but getting down it, and it's probably a good 100 meters deep. You would like
100 meters?
I think, right?
Jesus.
Maybe that's too much. Maybe 50 meters. But it's deep is the point. And also the other problem is the current slickness on the edges. Now, Frogor having duck abilities might be slightly better able to climb down it, but still,
Yeah.
But having said that, it is slick and pretty sheer, that cliff.
Sheer, we can see through it. Hey.
Hey. Different version of the word.
Where are my spells? Don't think I have any useful spells for this. No.
I thought you were going to be like, we'll blow Frogor down the cliff, and then they'll end up in the same place.
No, I was like thinking if I had like something like for making things levitate or whatever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Or, the recall ability from Tears of the Kingdom to just pull the body back out of it. That would be useful. But no, I don't have anything. Geez, 50 meters is a lot, though.
It's pretty severe because this whole fort, remember, is up pretty high on a hill, and you get to it through this winding road, so that leads upwards, winding.
Yeah,
path.
no, that makes sense.
The long and winding road
Probably.
that leads to their door.
Mm-hmm.
I guess then let's not bother for now. Or, oh god, I need to find the accent. The accent again.
I was waiting.
Yes, of course. No, it is all right. You don't have to go down the cliff. It's we'll try to find our way around here first without relying on any keys or whatever. But we should definitely go check the body once we leave this dreary place.
Yes, mistress. And when I was distracting Sir Nikleon, little tiny bit of a tear he wipes away, he did show me that they were keeping some people up through into this building here, and I do believe that the doorway to the north is unlocked.
Oh, that's good.
And slightly ajar, but kind of stuck, if I recall.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so is it the door? Is it the door or is it a jar?
Yes.
No, this is ajar. He shakes his jar of teeth. Yeah. Throgor would like
any
to...
more jars? Do we have any more teeth that we need to store?
Well, that depends on how much time we have to process materials from the knights. It's just...
Oh no!
It would make sense that the teeth of someone who's so devoted to fighting evil would probably be a very beneficial addition to your collection. Indeed,
you're quite correct.
That is true.
I might need to find a pair of pliers. Throgor would like to go off in search
Atia
of
just
pliers.
looks at Toriel.
Toriel just is somewhat focused on his replica of the statuette. Now a slight look of confusion on his face. To be fair, though, that's not really any of his business. So I think he'll prefer to go over towards the main entrance and have a look at it. So, is the door locked? Is it?
It is
unlocked?
locked. It is locked and apparently barred from the inside. It's also made of bronze, I should say. So you get the impression, given enough time, you probably could batter through it. But since you know your way around a hammer, your guess, Toriel, is that this would take a long time, and also make an absurd amount of noise. Clang, clang, clang. You know.
Went the trolley.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Clang, clang, clang. Went Elf's hammer.
Okay, so I think we have established before that there was some noises coming from inside.
You do not
Are
hear
these
them
still
now.
audible?
No.
No,
They
okay.
are not.
So then, Toriel would like to point this out to the others. It seems to have gone silent inside, so whatever we do, we might want to tread carefully.
Throgor will also go up to the door and press his mallard little ear through the open helm to the door.
Yeah, you do not hear anything this time, Frogor, and there definitely was sort of digging and, clang, clang sounds coming from inside, but not now.
Do you think it means they found what they were looking for?
Well, maybe they were distracted by the noise from outside.
Was a while ago, though.
I don't think we were that noisy.
I mean, fireball is somewhat.
We sent someone off a cliff with a fireball who probably screamed on the way down.
Yes, all right, I see your point.
But given the fact that none of them have come out that we know of to check and see what's going on, either from this door or the one on the northern side of the building.
So this one seems to be shut tight, so the rear door might be our best chance of getting inside.
Yes, indeed. Toriel, you don't happen to have a pair of pliers, do you? For the purpose of getting into this building?
As soon as I mentioned it, I was like, oh no. Oh no. Toriel's going to have pliers. He's a carpenter. Of course he's going to have pliers. Shit.
How would these help, though? He asks after already grabbing the tool from his belt and looking at it. How would these help?
Well, I'll show you later. Frogor would like to take the pliers, please.
Okay.
And then hop mallardly round the corner and up towards the northern entrance. That was
Not
slightly ajar.
furtively. Like, never mind. Hop, hop. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah. I'll show you later.
Maybe Frogor's true calling was being a dentist after all.
Could be. This is getting more Little Shop of Horrors all the time. I'm just telling you all. It's starting.
Or Rudolph's Shiny New Year.
Yeah. Okay. Frogor's headed that way. Are the others following? And also, Frogor, how are you? Like, are you having them follow you to show what you know about the rear of the thing?
He's not planning on trying to get inside without some people with him.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess Artea will follow.
Yeah, go along.
Ithiel will follow as well. All right.
Ithiel? Like Minas Ithiel?
No, Iliel. Sorry, I keep forgetting the L. Iliel.
I had it down as Ilya.
Ilya Ilyevich.
I have it written down as Iliel.
Yes, Iliel actually. Okay. So you all make your way around the side. Chuff, are you staying in the front, or are you?
No, I'm working my way around, making my way, but it's being slow in doing it.
That's fine. So yes, when you get to the back door, you can all see as Frogor is sort of moving towards it, that it is a small door, and you can see that it is indeed a little bit ajar at the moment.
See?
Ajar. It is a little bit ajar. So it is slightly open, as you can see from the back.
Is that a well?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh.
I would like to look down into the well.
Okay.
And when she does that, she goes, well, well, well. And it probably echoes.
It does a little bit, but it's not. This is not a super deep well, and you can see even from your vantage point, Ahatea, that it looks like this is long since dry. You think there's sort of a dirt kind of bottom, although that part, because it's dark, is a little hard to see. But you don't get the impression that it goes way far down. Also, there is no rope or bucket or anything like that leading down into this well.
So you are saying this castle is on, like, not necessarily a mountaintop, but at least like a hilltop, right?
Yeah, definitely a hilltop. Yes.
On a rock.
Yep.
And this well is not very deep.
Not deep. At least not anymore.
Was it never finished?
No, you get the impression that it might just be that over the years it's filled in, like dirt has fallen into it for various reasons. You think you can see a couple of stones lying on top of the dirt, probably from the side of the well. It just may have, run dry and then has been filled in since with dirt. Source happened in my backyard. These things can happen. Although I did not have a well.
I was just like applying my special castle knowledge of that. Like, if you have a castle on top of a mountain or rock or whatever, then the well needs to be deep enough to be.
Yeah, no. You get the
to
impression
reach all the way down.
You get the impression that but this looks like it's been filled in over time, and so probably it is much deeper than that if you got below the dirt layer.
Well.
Hilarious, mistress. Frogor would like to inspect the door. Probably Toriel will notice that the pliers have disappeared into Frogor's armor somewhere, and Frogor is not making any attempt to even pretend to use them to open this door.
I was about to say that Toriel is very keenly trying to observe how he intends to open this door with pliers.
And as you're looking at the door, Frogor, I mentioned that it was a little bit open. You think, just by a sort of quick, very careful testing of it, you think that you will probably, with some strength, be able to push it open. The question is whether you want to try to avoid making a kind of a squeaking sound when you do. That would be the question. But you think you'll be able to open it.
Mistress, I think we can push this. It might make some sound. How do you feel about that?
Why would we care if it makes any sound? We have been plenty loud enough.
Yes. All right. Frigor would like to give it a good old shoulder.
Good old shoulder jam, as it were. Yes, it opens up and it does there's this sound of like tortured metal from the hinges as it opens, and it does echo alarmingly across the valley. Those miles away and outskirt can. No, I'm just kidding. It's not that loud, but it is loud.
Close.
And when you open it up, you see several things, which may or may not be troubling to you.
Bunch of dead dwarves.
There's a lot of dead people. Well, about that. All right. Here is what you see. So in the inside of this place, it's hard to know how high this place once was, but the ground floor very clearly is now the only thing that remains of the keep itself. There is light that seeps out through tall and narrow window openings, partly covered by creeping vines. And I think it was Toriel and Chuff who at one point looked through one of those like tall window, or the bottom of one of those tall windows, and saw inside a little bit. You can see now the reason that you couldn't see more than before is that there were these vines that are sort of covering over the inside of it, and that's probably why. And then the bronze door, you can see that indeed the front door on the other side of the room is barred from inside. So there's that. The other thing, though, is in the middle of the room, you can see that there is this large sort of, well, a couple things. One, there are a number of bunk bed sort of things, or I guess I should say not bunk beds, sorry, bedrolls that are on the outside here. You can see them in a few of these places here.
Bunk bed rolls.
Bunk bed rolls, that's right. Delicious, portable. No, sorry, bed rolls is what I meant. Over on the western side of this room. And right here, you can see what is left of a long since extinguished campfire, a very small version of what you saw probably outside. But the two most notable things are, three actually, I'll say. One, there are stairs leading up to the ruined side of, like, there's a little bit of stone and roof left at the top of the keep, but very little. At one point, probably, that was how you got up to the top floor to look from the top of the keep, but it's long since gone, basically, in terms of a roof. But there are broken stairs leading upward. You can see there are a set of stairs that seem to be leading downward. You don't totally know what's here, but because you can't quite see that, but there are a set of doors leading downward. And then there is this ragged, rough hole, basically a few meters in diameter, and you can see a number of pickaxes and so on that are around the hole, but something seems very odd about it in that you see the pickaxes, but they're just sort of scattered around the edge, and one of them in particular is dug into the stone, so like the axe portion is all the way in the stone, and the handle is sticking up from it on the side of this, as if whoever was doing it slammed their pickaxe into the side and then just left the pickaxe there, which seems like a weird way to do things. But that is what you see.
Okay, so Toriel would like to go in after having a look at the rear door and checking if it has a mechanism to also bar it or not.
Okay. As you go in, it does not anymore. It's actually, and in fact, probably Frogor's mighty push has damaged what's left of its mechanism. Like, it's sort of like leaning on an angle even, Toriel. So when you close it, it's kind of like, look, my door's closed, and you can see like big, portions of sky out of it. You don't think, I mean, you could try to, like wedge some stuff from inside against it, but it definitely, barring it in its own right, is going to be really impossible.
Okay.
Without repair.
Sure, then Toriel would like to take a few steps into the room and look around.
Okay.
And have a look at the stairs in the other side of the room.
The ones going up or the ones going down? These ones?
They seem to have gone up at some point.
Yeah. Those ones, if you can go ahead and move down there if you want to take a look at those, and I'll explain more in a minute.
Yes.
Where are the three of you folks going?
Following behind.
Okay. All right, so you can head in. Let me know if there's anything in particular in the room you're looking at.
Frogor would like to release the chicken and say, "Go forth and seek treasure," because we have confirmed that Chikor is a treasure-seeking
This is true.
chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Chikor waddles directly over to the pit and begins pecking at the side of the pit.
Frogor would like to go and have a little look for this treasure.
When you get to the side of this, Frogor, you can see the pickaxes, but you see something else. At the bottom of... And if you had to guess, you think what might be happening is they were trying to go directly down from here into the level below this that the stairs lead to. You folks haven't looked at the stairs down yet, but it seems to be heading in the same direction. But that was stopped, and apparently, Frogor, violently, because at the bottom of this pit are a pile of 4 unmoving bodies.
Chikor, you old devil, you found me some more teeth.
Paka!
Does it look like they are like, this crater has led through to
No,
a single story lower?
not
or...
enough. But it was heading in that direction, though, for sure. It's probably maybe a meter or so deep so far. It had not gotten all the way down, but it looks like they were going in that direction when whatever happened to them happened to them.
Very strange. Take a look at this. There's some more teeth. About a meter down. I guess Frogor can pop down and get some teeth.
Iliel looks over. How awful. And
Flyers come out.
As you sort of hop down a little bit, Iliel says, "You must be careful. You can feel the evil down here. Be careful that something killed those people."
Can Frogor feel the evil?
I don't know. I guess it depends on whether Frogor is like occupied on, yay, more teeth. Like how much of that is taking, or whether the look, there's evil would sort of catch Frogor up a little bit.
No, he's on the teeth.
Okay. Then no, not really. I will note that Toriel, I'll tell you about the going up the stairs in a minute, but I also want to point out, you too, Toriel, feel quite uncomfortable, uneasy, I think in this place might be the way to describe it. As you felt before, I think we talked about this from the outside, you feel very much even more that way in this place. As if you're closer to the source of whatever it is. And I will also mention that as you go up those stairs, they go up about half a flight, roughly, I don't know how many feet up, or maybe a meter or two. And then as they turn up, the stairs are basically just broken. And above you, you can see a little fragment of roof. At some time in the past, when the roof was functional, this obviously was indeed meant to go all the way up to the roof. But now it just sort of ends, maybe 6-7 feet up the wall.
Is there anything I can see from up there?
The sky, basically.
From above? Okay, so
no,
I
the walls
look
higher
outside.
than that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Although the walls too are obviously somewhat broken a little bit, but they're in good enough shape that you wouldn't be able to just. Now that you're looking, you actually wonder if you could have maybe climbed them from the outside, since there is no roof. But they were relatively high, so you'd have to climb up and over to get in.
How high would it be from the inside?
Probably from the inside. Man, I got to do my math again. How many feet in a meter? Is it
3?
It's 3 feet in a meter, right?
Ish.
So I would say about 3.5 meters high. Maybe,
I see. Okay.
Maybe 4 meters high. The ceiling definitely was higher than that, but that's roughly what the walls are now after being broken down and so on. Also, I should mention too, lots of vines, lots of sort of greenery and ivy and vines on both sides of the walls. Toriel, you can definitely see that.
Okay. I think I'll head back towards the others.
In the meantime, Frogor, as you're down there getting the teeth, and you're sort of like checking them out, you see that when you get down to get to the first one, all of them have their mouths open already, and they all look like this.
Ooh, easy. Thank you.
They're all like,
Stop
don't
for
mention it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, they all have their mouths open in a silent scream.
So considerate.
Um,
And these good people were being held by those knights. It's a shame. Toriel comes back to see what his pliers are being used.
That's true,
So
dude.
just like for reference, how huge are these pliers? Since these are for carpentry, not for dentistry. So
I'd say it's the kind you could use to pull out a nail.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly, Trip. It's say, arg! Oh my goodness.
Frogor's there, he's got like his feet braced against chests and everything.
Against other bodies, probably, and like, oh man. Chuff, what are you doing right now as you're in the room?
Chuff is going to each of the sleeping bag things and kind of taking in the scent.
Yep.
To sort of catalog what races and how old people were, if he can tell. Basically, to get a sense of who was sleeping in these.
That is a good thing to consider. I want to take a look and see. No, it's down this way. All the way down. Okay. All right. Give me a second. There we got that. All right. That's good. Wonderful. Yay. All right. I think, let's see. Give me a spot hidden, please. Roll.
Okay.
Chuff, please.
Spot hidden. Shit. I think I clicked it twice. The first one is 10.
Okay, that's good because the second one. All right, I'm going to come back to that spot hidden, and now give me, please, I think bushcraft on this.
Okay. Bushcraft. 14, which is my score.
Which is enough.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to answer these in sort of reverse order of your rolls. First of all, you're pretty sure that these were humans that were here. But the other thing I want to note is that I mentioned the spot hidden, and this is associated with your scent as well. You see that there is a trail of blood, and as you're looking at the trail of blood coming from some of the beds and some of the bedrolls and heading towards the hole, you also notice a couple of places where there's a splotch of blood on the wall of the keep near the bedrolls. And as you do your kind of like detective CSI, like, what happened here, you have a suspicion that whatever did this basically killed these people, and you don't know how many. You could probably count the bodies at the bottom of the pit, actually, for that. Killed these humans, violently slammed them into the wall, maybe. You could even see a couple places where it looks like they were trying to maybe get away because some of the splotches of blood are farther away from the bedrolls, then pulled them back towards the pit and dumped them in when everything was said and done. So whatever this was very powerful and must have been quick because they didn't have a whole lot of time, presumably, to react. But you think humans.
All adults?
Yes. You
Okay.
believe so, yes.
Okay. That's an important factor.
Yeah. All adults, you think.
So Chuffle kind of turned his head towards the pit and like, Frogor, how many people are down there?
4.
Only 4?
It is 4, isn't it?
It is 4.
Yes, let me count. 1, Yes, 4.
So where are the rest of them?
And Iliel again shivers. I think Toriel might notice that, possibly Ahatea.
Toriel would like to go over to her and ask her if she knows how many others were brought in here with her, or aside from her companion, or if she ever saw someone else.
I did see some others. At different times, the knights brought others in to try to help them do their translating and sometimes to help, I guess, the digging they were doing. I could have seen maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, somewhere like that. It wasn't an enormous number, and the ones they brought they looked to be rough and ready types, not dragon knights, not even armored, most of them.
How many would you guess were here?
All told, maybe 8 or 9, but I never was brought to where they were never here all at the same time. Also, I got the impression that they didn't all stay. Some of them left, or some of them were removed. And her eyes kind of like glance down at the pit. She says, although I don't know why the knights, that wasn't their way. I can't imagine they would kill them all. It doesn't seem right.
Frogor pops his head up to say, that does sound exactly like their way, actually.
Do you recognize any of them? He's pointing at the hole.
She kind of like, again, glances over and... No. But he kept them generally here all the time. I didn't come in here very much, except the few times they brought me in to try to translate, and then I wasn't cooperating with them the way they wanted.
Where is the spot you were translating?
It's at the bottom of that staircase, she says, and she points up to this.
So Toriel would like to go over there, take a peek down.
Okay.
What does he see? Is it like ending in a door? Or is
it does end in a door, and more than that, actually. First of all, it is a massive ironclad door. This is not a wood cellar, whatever. Like, this is a massive ironclad door. You would need to get closer, but you don't see an obvious lock on it, but it is definitely closed. The other thing is, Toriel, as you look down there, there's it almost feels like if you've ever had the experience of walking over something where there's cold air like billowing up from a stairs or from a lower level, if you've ever walked down into, like, say, this has happened actually when I was in Greece. You walk down into the bottom level of one of the ruined buildings and you feel like cold rising to meet you almost. That's what this feels like, Toriel. Like there's almost like a billowing cold coming from the door down below. And I should also point out that right next to said door, there is, on the top of the door, I beg your pardon, is an inscription, but you can't read it from here.
Okay, so Toriel would like to confirm with Iliel. So the inscription on top of the door is what they wanted you to translate.
Yes.
I don't like the feeling of this place.
I don't either. I mentioned how dark it feels, but this is the source of it, Toriel. The source of whatever is at the heart of this fort. I was terrified when I felt it. But whatever it is, it won't stay there. You saw what it did to them.
So if something killed them while we were outside, there's a chance it is still in here. But this door seems very locked. and Toriel would like to go over to the hole and look into the hole. Is there like some, I don't know, nooks, crannies, or some side things to that where something could hide in?
At the moment, it's a little bit blocked by 4 bodies and a mallard attempting to extract teeth.
I see. So
Frogor will keep going until someone stops him.
Hello there, Kolfwolf.
So, Toriel, perhaps not even upset about what he's doing, but the tool he's doing it with.
You see all these scrapes on the side of it?
Yes, we're
Twisting
we'll definitely, even without asking, take a step down. You said it's not too deep.
It's not too deep.
Grab the pliers. It's like, that's not what I gave you those for.
As he grabs it, he pulls forth one of the teeth.
Frogor tries to catch it. Whew. Thank you. I was struggling with that one. How many teeth did I get before?
0. No, I'm just kidding. I would say you probably got maybe 3 or 4. Some of the teeth were not in particularly good condition. So.
Yeah, they crumble. Okay. Well, I'll put 3 down, which brings my total up to 81 human teeth.
I love it. Now that you're down here, Toriel, trying to avoid stepping on the bodies, you can see that there are more scrapings and markings, like they were continuing to dig down through the dirt and the stone. And what you would say is that you think maybe you could eventually break through down here, but it's going to take a while, and I mean a long while, and I mean not like a day. Because if there were a large group of people, it took them a while to even get down this far, and probably would, take even longer. But you're pretty confident they were going directly below the level, maybe trying to bypass the door completely.
Does it look like these scrape marks were created using tools, or does it look like they were trying to dig with their bare hands, escaping something perhaps?
That's an interesting question. Let's see. Let me double check and see if we've got a crafting roll. Can we do crafting? You said doubtfully. You can. Yes, make a crafting roll for me, please.
That looks good.
Wow.
Ooh.
First of all, dragon.
Yeah.
So you can mark that. And secondly, so you believe that these scrape marks did originally come from the pickaxes that they were using. However, and there's also, I should point out, I forgot to mention, lying next to one of these things is a sledgehammer, one of these bodies. So they were both pickaxing and sledgehammering their way down. It is not magical, incidentally. It's not as good as your awesome hammer. But as you're looking at the bottom of them, one of the scrapes of the pickaxe is exceedingly long and drawn up the wall as if it was being held onto, and something then pulled the person holding it all the way up and out of the pit. Like type of deal.
Oh, I see. Okay, so is there any other remains aside from the bodies down here in terms of tools?
No, but well, actually, let me ask you: are you moving the bodies?
I would actually try to move them aside to see if there's any hidden or covered spots.
Okay. When you move one of the bodies, lying underneath one of them, and it's a gruesome business because as you lift the bodies up, they have been mauled, might be the way to describe it. Just clawed, mauled, is pretty, like I said, grim. And there's a stench down here too. But the thing is, Toriel, it's not much of a stench. And that means this couldn't have happened that long ago. But as you're sort of moving these bodies around, below one of them, there is a what I would describe as a let's call it a lens of some kind. It looks to be a bluish crystal lens, and it's got some, blood on it and some, because it's lying underneath them. But if you pick it up, it's about the size of a coin, you would say. And you can see through it if you wipe off the blood. You can see.
Yeah, I would like to wipe it off. Yes.
So if you wipe it off, you can see blue light kind of filtering through the lens.
Okay. I would like to take that out of the hole.
Okay.
And perhaps hold it into the sunlight coming in from outside.
Just the glowing of blue light comes through it, but nothing happens in particular.
Does it seem to be in any sort of way handmade or crafted?
It's beautifully crafted. In fact, you're not sure in these dark days, Toriel, if people know how to make it this way anymore.
I see.
Perfectly smooth edge, polished. It's extraordinary work.
Okay, so this might be a weird question, but does it match the style of the hammer I found?
I would.
Would it be from a similar time period? That's basically what I want to ask.
I'm not sure that you would. I'm not sure that you can ascertain that. The hammer you got, I believe we said, was dwarven work. This is not dwarven work.
I see. Okay.
So, but it's hard to give it a specific date.
But it looks old.
Oh yeah. But that's the thing. But in incredible shape, for being that old. But yes.
So yeah, Toriel would probably turn around a little and think out loud. Now, where did they get this?
So Frogor, you're probably still standing, sorting the teeth. You could probably see that. Ahatea, also, you would have heard Toriel say that since you're standing next to the pit. So if you want to, you don't have to, but you would hear Frogor and Toriel doing all these different things down there. So, as a note.
I guess Ahatea would have followed them downstairs.
Okay.
And she would basically just stand there with her spell/notebook out and just keep notes, write random shit down about what she's seeing here.
Okay. So you're standing. There's probably not room for you in the pit, which is where Frogor and Toriel and four bodies are at the moment.
They're inside the pit. I thought they were
those
downstairs.
two are inside the pit, but Toriel is at the top of. Yeah, Toriel. God damn it! What the hell's her name? Iliel. Why can I not get that name? Iliel is still at the top of the stairs, also. Over here.
I've been meaning to ask, by the way, since everything is very dilapidated, rotten and stuff like that. What about the front door? Is that because that seemed pretty massive?
It is. The front door looks pretty. Yeah, the front door looks pretty secure and pretty untouched by the ravages of time. Even the bar on the back of it, which does look like it's made of it's not made of wood. In back of it, it looks like it's made also of a bronze bar. So very heavy and quite old.
So mostly black.
Well, bronze, probably more dark copper would be your guess.
Well, if it's bronze and it's really old, then it would be black, usually. Because it oxidizes?
Yeah, but no, right. No, I know. But this is not oxidized, though.
Oh, interesting.
Could have been. You have heard, Tay, of magical treatments for these things to keep that from happening. They didn't apparently extend to the walls of the keep, though, or at least the roof. Chuff, are you headed back over at that point, having...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's basically stepping over towards the edge of the... Well, between the edge of the pit and the top of the stairs.
Gotcha. Hello, big boss. Okay, you can do that.
See if I can. Being difficult about moving.
I was gonna say there's no block on my end this time.
Yeah, no, it's like my mouse or my fingers.
See that? There you go. Okay. Yep, and you can see Iliel is still standing at the top of the stairs, kind of peering down into the darkness. It's not very dark.
Does she seem lost in thought?
No. More fixed on whatever is at the bottom of those stairs.
Okay. How far did you get in your translation?
And she slightly starts and then says, "Oh, well, far enough. It is a sort of a passphrase. I don't know exactly what it portends, but..."
Well, don't say it, obviously.
She nods. It's not about, I think, saying. There's things below, right below the inscription. And she kind of glances at you, and then she says, "You and your companions might come down if you wish, but have a care." And she kind of like goes down a few, towards the door.
Hold until we're ready.
She waits. She runs through the door. No, she waits.
Now that Frogor no longer has a tool for plucking teeth, he, as he's like leaning down and he's putting the teeth in the jar, the necklace of Eladone that he got sort of taps against the glass, and he goes,
Yes, of course. Fighting evil.
and he starts sort of like, sealing up the jar. He's looking around himself for signs of evil, other than himself and Ahatea the Terrible.
Not evil, she's just terrible.
Apologies.
Okay. And you can see that Chuff is near the top of these stairs going downwards. Now that you've clambered out of the pit, you can see Ahatea is on the southern side of the room, and I'm not sure if Toriel is now also leaving the pit or not. But
yeah, I think I was saying earlier I was trying to shine some light through one of the...
Oh, I beg your pardon.
That crystal disc.
That's right. So yeah, like the same thing. It doesn't seem to be like there is indeed blue light filtering through it, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything here.
Okay. So I think I'll pocket it and heads over towards the others.
Okay. All right. And Ahatea, are you moving over in that general direction as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So you all see that Iliel is waiting at the top of the stairs, Chuff having asked her to.
So, this is where the evil is it? Can Frogor, now that he's focused on the evil, feel the presence of evil?
I think there is a coldness about this place that may trouble you, but it doesn't quite have the same sense that it does seem to, well, if Toriel hasn't mentioned this yet, but Toriel feels something, and you don't know that you're getting quite that feeling, except the whole place does seem cold and dispiriting, I guess might be the way to put it. Whether that rises to the level of evil, you know.
So, are we opening this door, or staring at it, or... I'm happy to stay.
At the moment, I think we're staring, but I think the only people who are even remotely qualified to determine whether or not it should be opened or attempted to open are these two elves.
And
unless, Ahatea, you can sense anything from within.
Well, I can certainly give it a try. And she would step up to the door and would cast Sense Magic. Though I'm unsure about the exact application. Basically, it says you can sense whether the place you are in or an item you are holding is affected by magic, and if so, what kind of magic. It does not say anything about range or
Right.
if this applies to a whole building or just to a single room or whatever.
I guess it gives us a little bit of room to maneuver then. Do you have to
Or
actually
specific objects.
roll to succeed on it though? Or is it just a
It does not say. It is a magic trick. Do I need to roll for those? I don't
Yeah,
remember. I look it up.
generally do, but let me just make sure. And then we'll do that, and then we'll talk about
As far as range, given the barriers that have been erected to keep whatever the hell is behind them in, I think maybe it's probably strong enough that she could feel something.
There's just the faintest
Little tickle at the back of the neck, you know.
Okay. Let's see. Sense magic, which is
Yes, sense magic witches. Exactly.
sense. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at let's see. Right. I'm looking at the magic trick. Magic tricks always cost 1 willpower. Okay.
Right back.
So it's going to cost willpower, but any school can
Magic
be...
tricks succeed automatically and always cost 1 willpower point.
Yep. Okay. So go ahead and deduct your 1 willpower point, and I will tell you.
Sure.
Yes, there is overwhelming magic about this door. And as far as what affects it, that is an interesting question. It appears to have been sealed, I guess might be the way to describe it. And the magic does radiate very intensely from it. In fact, it's been a while since you felt something this strong magically, Ahataya.
What type of magic is this? Or kind of magic?
It would be... Find me the... I would call this... it seems to be general magic, which means that it's not radiating elementalism or animism or anything else. It seems to be radiating a kind of generally strong sense of magic. And in case anyone in chat is like, well, that's a cop-out. No, that's literally its own school. General magic is its own thing. So it radiates this sort of general sense of magic.
General magic.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, she would furrow her brow further somehow.
I was going to say, is that even possible?
And go, Well, yes, this is all very, very, very magical, but that's about as much as I can tell, I am afraid.
We all turn around and look at Toriel.
And Iliel does
What
the same,
it
actually.
say?
So Iliel also looks at me.
Yes.
Um,
Like, she's standing now next to the door, and she's looking at you, but the impression you're getting is that she wants, like, the two elves to be looking at it, because she has, you know, you, again, as I told you, you have this feeling of dread, even without, you know, in general, that the others don't seem to have at the same.
yes, I take a few steps down the stairs, basically just enough to be able to read whatever's written there,
Okay.
while uttering, let's just get this over with.
So this is written in an ancient form of Elvish. Ancient form. And it reads as the following. The drop is east of the heart, but not in the center. The heart is not by the leaf, but just east of the sun. The sun is neither in the far west nor the far east, The moon is next to the drop alone. The leaf is west of the heart. I'm going to see if I have a handout for this that I can show everyone.
Hope so.
If not, get ready to write down. Okay. But let's see if I have.
Well, I got half of it.
Perhaps you've forgotten that I read what other people write. That is my job. Okay.
Okay, hang on a second. I think I may have a handout for this. I just have to find the fort because there's a lot of areas in the Valley of Mist. Okay, there we go. There's that fort. Okay. Can I show? Okay, let me see if I can just show this copy. Okay, I just put this in Twitch chat. So it is, the drop is east of the heart, but not in the center. The heart is not by the leaf, but just east of the sun. The sun is neither in the far west nor the far east. The moon is next to the drop alone, and the leaf is west of the heart. And also notable, as you're reading this, Toriel, is that below the inscription is a tree with a leafy crown that has been engraved into the door. And there are, right below on that tree, basically, there are 5 horizontal indentations at chest height. Each one of them are round, and they look to be on like 5 different branches of the tree, but they line up, directly horizontally, like 1 through 5. And there is a bright yellow crystal, which looks the same size as the blue one you already have, has been placed in the leftmost indentation. The other ones don't have anything in them.
Mm-hmm. So I reluctantly take another look at that crystal that has been placed there.
Mm-hmm.
Has it any sort of markings?
It does not have any markings. It looks, however, like literally identical to yours, but yellow instead of blue. And is the same kind of, it looks old, brilliant craftsmanship, polished, the same idea.
I see. So is there any other crystal or anything, perhaps decorations that embed a crystal around the door, or in its near vicinity?
Those are just the indentations. So it's the inscription. It is the, right below it is the tree with the leafy crown engraved in the door, and in the leafy crown of the tree, 5 horizontal indentations, one right next to the other, and the far left of which is this yellow crystal.
I would like to ask Iliel, did you ever see this crystal before?
Yes. When they brought me down the first time, they seemed very excited. And when I translated it, well, obviously I didn't tell them what I found, but I assume they're connected in some way. I don't know if this is in the right spot, but it's not the crystal that feels wrong. It's this place.
You have a point. And I would like to take out the crystal.
Yep, you can do that with no problem. It just immediately pops out.
Okay, I would like to pocket that as well.
Okay. Okay. And she follows you slowly. Now what?
Frogor whispers very, very quietly at his whispering.
As he does, yeah.
Okay.
Mistress, I think he just took the treasure.
Will you very loudly hear that? Like,
Everyone does.
So, I'm not sure this is treasure in the way you're looking for.
Is it shiny?
He takes it out of his pocket and holds it into the light of one of the windows, which I assume makes it glimmer in some sort of way.
It does. It makes yellow light comes through it. You were showing the yellow one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yellow light comes through it. Yep.
And then he puts it in his pocket again.
Okay.
Has he shown us that he has Toriel now has 2, right?
Yes.
Do we know
no.
that Toriel? Okay.
Unless you paid attention to it while you were harvesting teeth.
No, absolutely not.
So downstairs seems to have a rather sturdy door that has 5 receptacles for stones like the one I just showed you. I assume it has something to do with how this mechanism is operated. But as far as I can tell, there's no mention of what might be behind this door.
And do you think they are stones for opening the door or for sealing the door? Are they there, are they powering the gate to keep the evil inside and the evil's coming out because some of the stones are missing and now we've taken the last stone away, so the evil's going to erupt out? Or
well,
is
given
it
the
a
fact the
puzzle
door is
to-
still closed, I would assume you need all to open them.
Does Frogor feel like he's becoming more evil from being in this place right now than he was, 5 minutes ago?
He himself or he Toriel?
He himself.
Okay.
He himself. I wonder if your eyes happen to fall on the jar of human teeth, 3 of which you just forcibly extracted from corpses, Frogor.
Well, that was
But I'm
5
going to leave
minutes
that
ago.
aside.
They weren't using them anymore.
That was for science, I know. Yes. Yeah. You do not. The thing is, I'm sort of hesitating to answer it because you do not feel any more evil than you've ever felt, Frogor. You feel like but of course, would someone gradually being corrupted be aware they were being corrupted? I guess is the question. But yeah, you don't have any sense of evil swooping up on you, although it does feel cold.
Is there some sort of check for or trying to think if he knows any lore about generally like gemstone doors? Do they generally keep things in or keep things out, or like
Let's have you make for me. I think this is probably going to be the equivalent of history, which I think in this is lore, is myths and legends. Let's have myths and legends would be good for this, I think, Frogor. Which you're epic.
yes.
I know you're epic at. You're tremendous at.
Yeah, I don't know why I asked to do something that takes intelligence.
Ooh. So first of all, it's a demon, so that's good. Let's mark myths and legends. Secondly, you're like, I don't even remember how did mallards come to be? Like, I'm just kidding you, but no, you've heard of doors being sealed by things. Specifics about doors being sealed by things. There's a lot of sort of like blah, 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 treasure, blah, 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 mistress in your past, Frogor, and you really...
Doors are really not the most interesting part of stories.
It was an 8 a.m. class,
then...
it was an 8 a.m. class, and like, it was a lecture, like 200 people in it. It just wasn't,
In the meantime, I think I've solved whatever puzzle the this inscription was for.
Oh, okay. I liked it. Were you scrolling in the dirt? Like was Ahatea like down with her staff?
Oh no, she has like her
scrolling?
book out, right?
Oh yeah, in the
she's
book. Yeah,
just
okay,
been,
okay.
Like, yeah.
Check out the
So,
big brain on Ahatea. Okay, so what do you got?
Well, I mean, it's like where are these symbols? I missed that part. Like, are they anywhere where we see them?
They're
currently?
they're just indentations, like where things would go.
Just indentations.
And the only one you know of for sure is that there is a yellow coin-shaped crystal that was in the leftmost one to begin with.
And does it have a symbol on it?
No, none of them have symbols. Well, I should say
None of them have
I should say no one. Certainly, assuming that there are others besides the yellow one. Let me put it that way. The yellow one has nothing on it. It's just clear.
Do we have a light source down here? Otherwise, I would have cast the light spell already on myself.
You could, but there's
stop?
also light coming through the windows that Toriel used a couple times.
Okay.
And
Okay,
the
then.
roof that
where's the
isn't
coin?
apparently there.
That's right. But it's gray, so it's not very like super. But yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Ahatea.
Where's the coin right now?
Right now, Toriel has pocketed the one that you know of.
Here, Toria, can you hand me the coin that you found, please?
We all live in a corn-shaped crystal. Nice magic.
Yes, Toriel would hand it over to Ahatea for inspection.
Okay.
I don't think there's anything inscribed on it.
Yes. So she would hold the coin between two fingers and hold it against the light to see if it shines through.
It does. Yellow light shines on you.
Just yellow. Okay, so like no like watermark type thing going on. Well, I mean, and this is the only coin we found. The only coin we found so far, right?
I mean, Toriel rummages through his pockets and pulls up the blue one. I also found this one in the pit.
Okay, I see. Right. Okay, no. She would. Oh, actually, she would think. I see. These are color coded. Obviously, the yellow one would stand for the sun. Wait, did Toriel tell us the translation of the text?
I don't know that you have yet.
No, not verbatim.
God damn it. Yeah, okay, so this is all for future.
I mean, also, Ahatea, you could go down and try to do a languages check to decipher yourself, or get
I
Iliel
could.
or Toriel to do it if you want.
Yeah, I guess she would have tried. Sure, why not?
Go ahead and make a languages roll.
Where is it? There. No, because of course not.
No clue. Except that it's old, for sure.
Yeah. No, in that case it would be. Yeah, so what do these fancy words say, then?
So Toriel would summarize what's written on there. Not
Okay.
verbatim. Careful to not repeat it word for word.
Got it.
Can you just write it down here, please? And she hands him her pen and her book.
So yeah, I think he would pen some symbols and like relations next to them.
Okay. I had this image of like this
Okay.
pictogram hieroglyphics, like, you know, so
Well, I mean,
two walking guys
I've
plus
already
an...
been on it.
With arrows pointing all over
Yeah,
the
yeah.
place.
Well, yeah. I mean, what a surprise. Sorry, I can't believe that you...
Yeah, I also drew on the map. I don't know if you can actually see that. I think you need
Yeah.
to.
Oh, that's what those are. I wasn't even paying close attention.
I
I thought
was
you were
like
just...
moving them
I
around
thought
the
you were
entire
doodling.
time.
I was like, okay. Oh,
Well,
look at
I
this.
mean,
Look at this.
technically,
An ivy leaf and a slice of star fruit and
yes.
There we go. Chat, see, look at that.
Peach, the blood enemies, and of course a croissant. So no, yeah, she would then like spend some time going over this and then figure out. So see, I think the yellow coin stands for the sun, and this blue coin stands for the drop. So we need to find these three other coins and then put them in this order in there. The leaf on the far left, then the sun, then the heart, then the drop, and then the moon.
Yes,
Unless
mistress.
we find another
of
clue
course.
for the
I'll
colors
have
that
Chico
are assigned.
search them out immediately. Chico, come.
Yes. So
Iliel...
I think there should be also a green coin and a red coin and probably a white coin or maybe a black coin, but I'm not swore about that.
Iliel says, I do remember the knights talking about these coins or lenses or something, but they didn't know what to do with them. I never saw them, but they talked about finding them.
Argos Dan, let me guess. The guy I shot off the cliff.
I was just
probably
about to
had,
say that, yeah.
There
has,
was
like,
a
all the other
smashing
coins on
sound
him.
when he hit the ground. I'm just kidding. It's possible.
This is
Gonna
truly
check
annoying.
how much rope I have in my inventory.
50 meters of rope?
No.
That would be...
Oh, good, because I have
Um,
none. I have no
No,
rope.
50 feet, yes. 50 meters, no.
I
There
have
are also
10
the
feet of
bodies of
rope.
the other dragon knights I should mention that are there, just so you know. There's the
Yeah.
one. They're not all at the bottom of the cliff. So
Only one.
Well, I would suggest
Given their
we
trust
go...
issues, they might actually have shared them.
Well, they might have also have hidden them. I mean, surely they would have, like, made their nest somewhere here. Wait, what do humans have again? Not nests. What are they called?
Beds.
Beds. Correct. The beds somewhere here. So they might have just hidden them or stored them there even. Not even bothered to hide them. Just put them in storage.
Frogel would like to look at the back of the necklace that he got, just in case there's like some
there's like
shiny
a coin on the other
glass
side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sort of. Is there one in here? Is it like a
Sadly, there is
locket?
not on this one.
All right, Mistress, would you like me to go and search the body?
We should first search the castle, and then if we don't find anything, then you can still go down there. But you can go forth and search the other bodies.
All right. Mistress, you're so wise in asking me to search the bodies. I was wondering if oh gosh, I'm so good at jumping. If there were high places that I might be good at searching. Gosh, I can't think of any high places where we might find a leaf coin.
So I know what you're getting at, but Althea wouldn't.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, Frogel's gonna go and search the bodies then.
Yes.
Okay. All three, or are we starting with the ones that are up here?
I
meant the
bodies
knight's
that are up
bodies.
here.
Right, no, that's what
Yeah.
I meant too. But you're talking about
Yeah.
the two knights' bodies that are up here as opposed to the...
Yeah, we'll
one
start
that's
with the two easy, low-hanging fruit.
Okay. So yes, indeed,
High-hanging fruit?
as it were. Each of the two knights, Isadelia and Nikleon, both have on their person a similar coin. One of them is indeed green, and one of them is red. Isadelia has the green, and Nikleon has the red. Other than that, they have simply their armor, which is very nice armor, obviously, and they have their swords, but that's... and their capes from their armor, but that's pretty much it.
Okay. Mistress, I have a feeling
Yes.
I might
Yeah,
need to do some climbing.
Yes. Go there. Oh, actually, Althea would be there, except for that I have to move her out around the building.
It's really funny.
So Toriel would like to take the chance and ask Chuff if he could give him a hand in maybe unblocking the front door.
That's one of the things he was going to recommend doing before we went out to check the other bodies. Yeah.
Okay.
Ahatea, if you would like your icon to come out here, there's a gap in the wall to the south.
No, she would actually be standing on top of the wall to look down to have an eye on things.
Okay. Just before I get there, I'm revealing the rest of the stuff that you've now more or less opened up. I do want to note, since this was brought up before, that as Toriel and Chuff are dealing with the door, I would like both of you, the two of you, to make spot hidden checks for me, please. And then we'll talk about Ahatea and the magical mystery quest to get to Tylos's body at the bottom of the cliff.
Ooh.
Nice.
Hey, okay. So 10 out of 10. And then Chuff, not so much. You don't see it, Chuff, but Toriel, you do. There are very faint, but as you look more closely, very clear scratch marks on the inside of this door. Claw marks might be better suited to describe it.
Didn't do it.
So,
But he didn't see it, so he didn't say that.
Right.
Toriel points at them and says, so whatever this store was meant to do, it may be just as good at keeping things inside as it is at keeping things outside. And he points at the claw marks.
Which I think Chuck could now see probably once you pointed out.
And then he looks at it and goes, until we opened that door.
Looking back at it and like with the bar hanging off the hinges.
Smash cut to Ahatea. Like Ahatea and Frogor. Frogor try to make your way down. Now, Frogor, how are you trying to make your way down this very slick, waterlogged cliff that is sheer?
How am I going to make my way down south?
With
Down
style
into
and
the-
grace, obviously.
I want to know
Yeah.
what preparations you're making before we actually figure out the roles for it.
Well, I have no ropes, so I suppose. I mean, are there like rocky outcrops going down? Is it more mud than rock or grassy areas?
He knew he was going down there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, he what the fuck is my character thing? Chuff would have given him his rope.
Okay. Cool.
Did
In that
50
case,
meters long?
No, it's not 50 meters. It's only 50 feet, but it's a third of the way.
I have 10-foot rope. She would have given him
Nice.
that, like to tie it all together. So
And
yeah. Let's get some rope in.
in answer to your question, I'm going to put this over here. In answer to your question, I'm going to switch off of this, and we're going to do this instead. Give me some sound here. Okay. So the side of the mountain down which you're climbing, the cliff down which you're climbing, has a lot of very slick and fairly smooth rock. There are some bits of vegetation here and there that stick out. A lot of moss, which is famously not great for grabbing onto. But there are also like little branches and things like that on the way down. Every so often, as you sort of at the earlier part before you have to make rolls, and you sort of put your hand on what you think is the actual side of the mountain, it kind of comes loose and some rocks skitter down below. One time there's a rock that sort of skitters down and past you, and you hear it drop, and there's like beat, beat, beat. Clank somewhere deep below. You hear the echoing kind of come up to you.
Mistress, it really was a fantastic idea to knock this knight off this cliff, because I am having a wonderful time serving you. And it is always a pleasure to serve you, mistress. I guess letting himself down on some rope as far as he can before he has to start shimmying along some ledges, very mallardly holding on with his mallard suckery sort of.
Clearly. What are you going to say, Ahatea?
yeah, she would like shout back down. What? You're too far away.
What? Hello?
What did you say, mistress? You're too high.
You hear caw as a bird flies past you. Oh my god. Okay. Right. So what we're looking for here. So Frogor is just climbing down using the rope. The rope was secured to the top somewhere, like nailed in with a piton or something like that, I assume.
Something that feels pretty sturdy. Frogor doesn't weigh a lot.
Right. No, that's true. So that does help. Okay, I'm going to ask you to make very clearly an acrobatics check. Now, chat, I have a question for all of you. Right now, this is being done at a Bane, okay? This is a difficult climb down. However, you all have this thing that we like to call inspiration. I shouldn't say you all do. Those of you who support the channel at the level you're supposed to have one. And if so, you may use that inspiration to inspire Frogor to either greater heights, or specifically here, not falling from a great height. So if you were to use that inspiration, it would counteract the Bane and make it just a flat roll, not a Bane or a boon. Prince Justin has inspired Frogor. Thank you, Prince Justin. I was just letting people know what was available to them. Thank you, Prince Justin. Okay, Frogor, you feel from somewhere, you feel this faint image of an exceptional fantasy reviewer and photographer. Somehow the vibe comes into you. And,
Hello, Dane.
yes, exactly. All right, so it's just a straight acrobatics roll.
Excellent. Let's see.
And the rope, by the way, is the only thing making this even vaguely possible.
Nice.
Wow, a dragon. My goodness. So we just get this Cirque du Soleil, Stella, like you're just going down the, like absolutely. You tell me what it looks like, actually. Like,
in the animated film Flushed Away, where there are those French, like, assassin type frogs, and they go
that's what this is.
Yeah, but obviously he's doing it in a very mallardly way. It's just that to the untrained eye and someone who didn't know what they were looking at, they might think it was slightly frog-like.
Yeah, vaguely amphibious. If
but they would be wrong.
Oh,
obviously.
sure. I mean,
yeah, and then the armor, also confuses a lot of
Yeah, people who don't understand, right. So you make it down like with no problem whatsoever. And I like to think that there's this moment as you're rappelling down the cliff where it starts having that feel of, there's a scene in the horrifically frightening, but also very good movie, The Abyss, where they're making their way to where Ed Harris's character is making his way down, and eventually at one point gets to the spot where he's sort of at the end of the rope, literally and otherwise. And as you look down, Frogor, as you get to the end of your rope, you can see right below you at the sort of maybe, let's call that about 3 meters away, you can see the broken body of Tylos lying on the ground below you on what looks like the ground at the bottom of the cliff. But it's about, as I say, 3.5 meters below your current position at the end of the rope.
Can we also say, for style points, as Frogor was going down, that he had the jar of teeth in his hand and hadn't put them away, and so he's also
this is
just
one-handed?
like,
oh wow, okay.
no, just like every time he needs to move, he's like carefully putting the jar of teeth on the next ledge, and then he's doing his little backflips, he's picking it up and he's moving it down again.
Many years pass. No, yes, no, that's right. No, you can do that, sure, absolutely. With a dragon, absolutely. We've had a lot of dragons and demons in this session. Okay, so
yeah, it's my first time having a dragon and demon in the
same
same session.
That's right. Oh, in the same session. That's right. Yeah, congratulations. Yeah. All right, so you're at the bottom.
Your name is Dragons and Demons. So
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
it's living up to it.
Probably
I'm
butchered that
down.
pronunciation, but
You hear Mistress.
what?
What?
Pardon?
Cut the,
Dun, dun, dun.
Did any of your parents ever go, "No, what? Pardon"? You're not allowed to say what.
Oh, that's what Malus do. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you say that Frogor's still got like 3 meters left to go?
And is at the end of the rope.
Can he use his leaping to leap downwards?
You think so? You're going to make an acrobatics roll again, but you'll do this at a at a boon because of your mallard abilities, clearly.
Well, no, leaping as a willpower thing. Jump your movement horizontally or half your movement vertically with no acrobatics roll needed.
So here's what I'll say about that. Yes, you can do that. If you want to do an acrobatics roll to save the leap, because remember, if you drop, you're going to have to get back up to the rope somehow, right? Or you could, I mean, you could, I guess, do it both ways also. You could leap down and back up. But I'm just letting you know that, like, it's going to be 12 feet above you, roughly 3.5 meters or so, once you let go of the rope and get to the bottom. So yes, if you want to do the leap, you'll just land, no problem, safely, just succeed. If you want to do acrobatics, you'll do it at you will do this at a boon, but there is still the risk of failing, of course. And then you could leap back up using your leaping ability at that point.
Yeah, I'll probably need to leap back up, won't I?
Yeah, I was just letting you know about that.
I'll just do an acrobatics roll then.
Okay, but you're doing it at a boon.
Oh, definitely. Thank you again, Prince Justin slash Elodane.
Yeah, that was a hell of an inspiration, Prince Justin.
Yeah. Frogor now has this vision of Elodane that precisely matches whatever Prince Justin looks like. Let's see. Acrobatics.
Well, that would be good. Prince Justin's good people.
That already has the boon on it.
I
use the thing at the top of the sheet.
Did you just get another one? Oh,
No.
okay. So you got a 12 out of the 11, counting the bane.
That failed this
or the
one.
boon. Yeah, you did. All right. So, so you jump off and you kind of probably zig when you should have zagged, I would say, and you kind of slip and. So you were going to take, I would say. I think your armor actually will cover this. You're going to take 4 points of damage, but I think that's going to be reduced by your armor anyway. So I think you're actually fine. So from down below, Ahatea, you hear a ting. Or actually, no, I need a better sound than that. You hear this scrabbling sound, and then and
Flawless.
Flawless.
So this is like at the Olympics, someone's done the most amazing gymnastic routine on the vaults and blah, 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 and then they go to land and they just fall straight on their face.
Yes, exactly. They're like, got it. Yeah, exactly. You got to stick the landing. But you are now down. Part of the sound probably was your armor impacting Tylos's armor, actually. But you scramble away to see Tylos, whose body is broken, and he is, of course, quite dead. But you're now down by him. He's lying among the rocks. A lot of rocks down here. Have I mentioned that?
Whatever happened to him?
Yeah. Wonder who did
when
that.
He
There's
fell,
a big scorch mark on his front. Sorry.
Did he fall face first into the rock, or is he on his back?
His armor is so battered that you suspect he bounced off a lot of the cliff on his way down.
He hit every branch on the ugly tree on the way down.
Yeah, pretty much. What part didn't he hit, basically?
I'm just wondering if, his teeth might be a bit loosened from lots of impacts.
His face is a bit loosened. He looks pretty...
that has teeth in it.
Yeah. It's true.
Frogor would like to check for teeth.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he definitely has teeth. They are broken, many
Powdered.
of them. And yeah, I mean, they're broken and kind of, but there's some in there.
Can he have a couple of teeth?
Sure. I like the idea that all this time Ate is like, how's it going? Just great. Pulled the teeth out.
Priorities.
Yes.
Right.
And specifically pry are a teeth.
Pry.
Or a teeth.
What a damn shame he doesn't have the pliers.
That's true. What is he doing this with?
Yeah, he's just really... he's trying to find ones that aren't completely shattered, but are loose enough from impacts and things.
There are a couple of broken ones that sort of, if you put them together, might equal a tooth. Frogor's mouth's kind of messed up, but you could probably get a tooth total out of it.
Excellent. Okay, that brings me up to 82 human teeth. And now I'd like to look for the coin, please.
You find on him a symbol of Elodane, actually the same symbol that was given to you by Nikleon. So you find that. And you also find on him his sword, which is a very nice sword, heavy. but a nice sword. And you do also find an off-white crystal, which is in a belt pouch. And despite the fact, I want to emphasize this, despite the fact that, as we just said, he hit every conceivable rock on the way down and his teeth are, pulverized, this thing, though it is apparently made of crystal, is completely unharmed.
All right. How big? So obviously, teeth. For now, he'll put the coin in the jar with all the teeth.
Okay.
He'll put it away for the trip upwards.
Okay.
And is the sword something? I'm wondering how. Is it like a very big, human-sized, broad
It's a great sword.
A great sword.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's probably about twice the height of Frogor.
You know the Buster sword with Cloud Strife in Final Fantasy VII? You've seen the pictures? Yeah.
Okay, so it's not really a sword that he's going to be able to, get out of here.
Not at first.
Not exactly. Not easily. Not easily. It would be very hard for Frogor to wield, I think. Because it definitely is not it's magical and light. It doesn't look like. But it definitely would pack a wallop if it hit somebody.
Nah, not worth it. Frogor is going to leap.
The power of leaping. No acrobatics roll needed. Yep. You jump up and grab on to the end of the rope. With no problem.
And I would like to try and climb the rope.
Right. I'm going to give you the acrobatics here at a boon, because I think climbing up is going to be somewhat easier now that you know what you're doing than climbing down.
Awesome. Okay, I have applied the boon. Let's see.
Little close, but you did it. Yes. Yeah, you're able to make your way up without too much problem. And on your way up, actually, give me a spot hidden on your way up as well, Frogor, please.
Spot hidden specifically.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. I have disadvantage on awareness checks, but not on spot.
No,
hidden.
spot hidden specifically. Okay.
Nope.
Well, you didn't spot whatever was hidden, if there was anything.
Yeah.
It's still hidden. Right, your focal point. Okay. After about 10 minutes or so, I would say maybe 15, you haul yourself back up to the top. Toriel, by the way, and Chuff have by this point unbarred the door, and the front door is now open. So Atea, you see Frogor pull himself over the edge of the ledge.
Mistress,
what did you find?
only one tooth. And a coin.
A coin?
Yes, a
Well,
white
Gil,
one.
give it here. Ah!
Unscrews.
As I suspected.
Digs out a coin from
Atea
83
has
human
played
teeth.
the many
That's right.
point-and-click adventure in her life, so she knows how these puzzles go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I am aware of the quality of point and click that a certain person who may play Atea has knows about this. Right. Okay, so you've pulled yourself to the ledge and up, and now Ahatea has this coin. What are you folks going to do now that you have this?
What do we need the coins
Atea would
for,
like-
mistress?
Well, follow me, and she waddles, speed back into the thing.
Okay, you see the door is now open.
Hello.
Oh, would you have already given her the other coins that you found on the other bodies? Oh, this door is open. Okay.
Oh, yeah, no. Frogor will hand over all the coins.
Oh, okay.
So no.
Wonderful. Yeah, she will just make a line for the door unless somebody stops her.
Yeah, so Toriel did keep the blue one for himself.
Okay.
She would not have given it back unless would have made her. Just
I mean,
saying.
I gave you the yellow one.
Oh, god damn it. Oh yeah, then she would
showed
then
her the
she
blue
would go
one, but didn't give her the blue one.
yeah, then she would step next to her. Here, give me the other coin. Quick.
What are you trying to do?
Well, what do you think I'm trying to do? Give me the coin.
So he looks at.
Give me the coin, please.
He thinks
She,
about
does
it.
like a,
Looks at her
and then
probably excited look and all the other coins is like, are you sure this is a good idea?
Do not question
yes,
the
of course.
mistress.
Mm.
Might I remind you that we specifically tried to prevent the other guys from doing exactly what you're attempting to do now?
She like stands there, rubbing her non-existent chin again, while the bottom of her bill. Well, but what if there's something interesting behind the door? What if there's one of the statues? Have you thought about that?
But what good will a statue do if you get mauled the moment you open it? I feel we should prepare this.
Ah, well, you see all the people laying here, and she like double checks. Are they all human?
Mhm.
Or are there no mallards here?
There are no
Well,
mallards here.
clearly this only affects humans, and none of us are humans. So
Smart.
Is there a role I can make for being persuaded?
Being persuaded. Well, I think it really is up to you as to what, like, how you want to accept.
well, we can make opposing checks.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah. But before I go to a check, I want to know what the player feels, because it's really up to the player first. If the player then wants to leave this up to, you know, the vicissitudes of the dice and chance, we can also do that.
I don't know. It feels both equally terrifying and funny. So,
What will win out?
The mistress
are we
is
gonna
wise
do,
and intelligent.
it's fine. I'm not standing in front. Go ahead.
Iliel
Ah,
doesn't say
very good.
anything either, although Iliel does, like, kind of slightly push herself back against the wall. You know?
Remember, the evil
What?
thing is already leaking out. So, you know,
We've still to find out how, though.
yes, you're right.
How what?
We need to find
Oh, I
out
have a spell
how
for
it's
that.
leaking
Silly.
out. Let's go.
Oh, the leak, you mean? I thought you meant protecting myself. No, I have a spell for that. Everybody else can stay upstairs. I will take care of this. Now, hand me the coin. Gip.
So Tor
Now,
goes over to Ilya, and basically holds up the one coin he has and asks her, "Do you think this is a good idea?"
And she looks back, and she has this deeply troubled expression, and she says,
I'm an NPC. What the hell do I know?
no, she doesn't say that. She says, I don't know. It seems to be foolish in the extreme, but if we leave it here, it will corrupt anyone who comes across it. Whatever we do, we need to be aware of what, prepared for whatever might come out.
Well, if so, are you gonna help us get rid of whatever is down there?
And she says, what if whatever we see cannot be dealt with? What if we are required to flee? But, and she kind of trails off, and she says, I will do whatever I can. But if it is an impossible thing, then we should not die here. Perhaps we can
I agree.
purge the evil, and without contributing to it.
Okay, so Toriel turns around and would very much suggest to all people present that we take a rest before doing this.
sure.
You mean you want us to stay in the evil presence castle overnight?
We can stay outside if you like. I heard there's a tree that has edible fruit.
No, I
And,
ate them already.
Past tense. Also, about those nests I mentioned earlier, we should still check where they have their the beds, whatever, because they might also have food stored there. That would be.
They're right there, and they don't.
Oh, those rectangles are bedrolls.
Yeah.
Oh, I kept thinking they're like rotted pieces of wood.
No, bedrolls.
Uh-huh.
That's why I noticed a couple times Chuff sort of looking over his shoulder whenever you brought up how many beds there were. It's like, yeah.
I'm smart. Yeah, no. Well, apparently these Kniggets thought this was a perfectly fine place to rest, so...
Yes, of course, mistress. You are always the most intelligent and wise. Quickly, you heard her. Rest up, everyone. What a wonderful idea you had, mistress. So
I
terrible.
have a lot of those. Yes, thank you.
All right, what kind of a rest are we doing here? Since we,
Shift
biggest
rest was
one.
idea.
I guess we'd have to, right? Okay. So,
Actually, before that, I think I then would like to check for more magic stuff, sense magic stuff.
okay, anywhere in particular?
I want to check the coins. Or like, I guess one coin first, because I can only, like, I don't know. It doesn't say anything about objects if I can just, like, do the
Same magic
set
as what
or-
you detect from the door.
Okay. What else? Oh, from the downstairs door, right?
Yes, from the downstairs door, leading into the, quote, cellar.
Is there any other place where people suspect might be magic afoot that I should check before I spend all my willpower points? Replenish all my willpower points?
Well, we have the
Did
front
you
and
already-
back door, but the front door, well, is in too good a shape to not be magic, and the back door is probably ruined by now.
Yeah.
Did you
Oh,
check
already,
the
did I
tree
check
before?
the front door? Did I?
I don't think you
I don't
checked the
remember.
front door, and the front door, if you want to do that, is not magical.
Yes.
Does not appear
Oh,
to be.
interesting. Oh, what's that one?
Cellar door, yes. This door,
Uh,
no.
Okay, yeah, then I also want to check the tree, blah, blah, blah. Another
Okay, so you're going to
steps.
want... All right. So using up the willpower points to it. Yes, the tree is absolutely magical as well, and I would say that that is probably animism.
Yeah, I thought so. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Unless anybody else wants me to check anything else, then we can rest.
Drogo
Okay.
will get the
Yeah.
kettle on again.
All right. So that means that we are looking at, and I guess some of you may not even have to do this because I guess Chuff is still in the same position he was before. So we have the shift rest here is what we're talking about because that's what we got left to do. And that means this will also, I should say, reset the round and the stretch rest. I am going to be rolling to see if anything comes upon you as you were doing this, but so you all could go ahead and click on your shift rest to recover all your conditions. I'm going to make a roll. Okay. Seems to pass uneventfully, although you do, as you are, resting here in this place, you do have these odd sort of dreams that I would say you mostly don't remember. Probably, though, all except maybe for Toriel. Because Toriel, what you remember from your dream is something about grasping greenery, like roots and branches and vines and things like that, sort of pulling at you. And you kind of, I would say, wake up in a bit of a cold sweat. But otherwise, uneventful.
So just to be sure, Toriel checks around where he slept. If there's any traces of things actually grabbing him.
Does not appear to be.
I see. Well, we better get this over with. And, well, prepares for the descent.
Okay. Yeah, and what's that descent going to look like, I should ask?
Oh, no. You have to stay up here. I will cast the protection, unless you want to do the whole thing, and then I will just cast the protection spell on you, and that's also fine, but it's up to you.
Well, if Toil's told to stay upstairs, he will have no problem doing
Cheerfully
that.
stay upstairs, I think. Yeah.
I have little
give me the coin
interest of
then.
going down there alone.
Okay.
Keep.
So he hands over that stone reluctantly and readies his fiend crusher
Snap.
Okay.
to be ready to receive whatever might jump out at him.
Iliel steps back, basically in line with you. So Ahatea is going to be heading down. I assume Frogor right behind. But correct me if I'm wrong, Frogor.
Yeah, Frogor will be right there next to her, within 2 meters. Yeah.
Okay. Chuff.
I'd rather you stay upstairs. I don't want to get hurt. I can only
Yeah,
cast
but
the spell
he's
once.
gonna be as close to Ahatea as he can be at the top of the stairs. Like,
What about you, Chuff?
Duff is at the top of these stairs, the broken ones.
Okay. Oh,
He
like
is up-
sighting down.
Yeah, he is basically on Overwatch.
Yeah.
He's
The
just-
Rock. I know. I've seen this movie. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to bring you to a different map.
The map where you're all dead.
It's called the Dead Map. No. Okay. So Ahatea, if you could just move your token right here, please. Okay. All right. How are you putting everything? Thank you, Frogor. Looks good. Yeah, Wake Up Dead Map. Yeah. So, okay. How are you placing everything in order?
Well, first of all, I want to cast Protector on myself.
Okay.
How far can I upcast? Is there like a limit?
I believe it's 2 levels.
Then I want to upcast by 2 levels, which would then go for overall 6 power points.
I believe that's right. Let me just make sure.
Things.
Yes, power level ranges from 1 to 3. So, in other words, power level of all spells cast at the person is reduced by the power level in Protector. Also can use this spell to protect against magical attacks from monsters. In that case, each power level reduces the number of dice rolled for damage by 1. So if you jump it up to 3, then the number of dice rolled would be 3 fewer, if I'm getting that correctly.
I guess.
I believe that's right. However, that one you do have to cast. So that one would be against... let's see. So it's general magic. So when you're actually going to cast that,
What?
let's see. Blah blah blah. Charge it with blah 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 blah. Maximum range. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's the first time I cast a spell that isn't an elemental spell, right?
Exactly.
So
Exactly. That's why we're checking this out. Yep.
that's annoying.
Any school can be used to cast general spells. So you can use your strongest one,
Okay.
which would be like elementalism or whatever.
Well, I only
probably.
have elementalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make that roll.
Yes.
You accidentally protect the door. God damn it.
I want to push the roll. Thank you.
That seems reasonable, yes. What are you going to... go ahead. Well, go ahead and
I
push
just-
it first, and we'll talk about what you're marking.
I need to click the little clock, right?
That's right.
Mhm.
Hey, that's more like
Much
it.
better.
What are you marking for that? What condition?
I'm gonna mark. Ooh. This is difficult. I guess angry, because like the idea is that she like basically fumbled her spell and then like has to like recast the whole thing from scratch. It's like the whole thing. It's fucking annoying.
God damn it, I never
And
get this right.
protect-
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Okay. So go ahead and mark that condition down. and you are now protected. Frogor, you
Right,
can see
okay,
your
then
mistress glowing.
Oh yeah, she would like also curse the entire fucking time now.
She's always glowing.
I was going to say,
I mean,
yeah,
maybe, I suppose that's fair. That's fair.
glowing terribly.
Yeah, then she would, like I'm assuming the door is like at the edge of the black box, right?
That is correct.
Ah, okay. In that case,
Fatira. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. Sorry.
oh, she would
ignore
also expect it to be dark on the other side, so she would cast the light magic trick on her staff.
that. There you go. Now you can
that's
just see the
one
door.
point. Right. Okay, and then yeah, she would put. Need to go back. Okay, so from left to right,
Left to right.
green,
Okay.
yellow,
Yep.
red.
Okay.
No, yes, yeah, red. Sorry.
Green, yellow, red. Okay.
Blue,
Okay.
white.
As you put the last one in, the whole door flares up with an inner light that shines through the lenses with intensity, and you have this moment of being caught in this rainbow array, this prismatic array, really, of these beams coming from them, and then the door,
Woo, Pride Month.
yeah, slides
Saruman
open.
of many colors.
Slides
service.
open by itself to reveal this. Initially, when you look at this, you smell something first. It is completely dark, and as the light spell that you have cast sort of, reveals some of the shadows in the corners, the thing you notice first is the smell. The musty smell of the darkness beyond the threshold mixes with an acrid, pungent stench. And suddenly, from the shadows and the walls, you hear, "Rodlog is free. Make way. Time to make things grow." And coming into the light, you see something which I'm going to reveal on roll 20 in just a minute. I swear to God. Okay. Okay, there's this. There's this. Browse. Find the thing I already did. I already did all this. Try it.
Now you have to do it again.
Yeah, exactly. Now I have the condition angry. There we go.
Mm.
You see this thing from a nightmare stepping out of the shadows. It looks like almost a crouched dwarf birch tree with skin that's rough and pale, and his face is dominated by a wide, toothless mouth. His nose is like a small bud, and his eyes are like these tiny little, almost peppercorns. And as he pulls himself forward, he steps forward, and you can see vines growing from his feet. And sort of like, as he moves, like, and you can see insects swarming up and down his body, Hatea. And he says, "Out of my way." And he walks directly towards you.
I assume initiative?
Not yet. Depends on what you're going to do.
Not yet. Oh, I'm.
He
Ooh.
doesn't. I mean, does he look like a demonic? Like, is he the spirit of the tree, or like?
He looks very much like a twisted birch tree of some kind.
And was it a birch
Yeah,
tree
but
that's upstairs?
Yeah.
Wait, that was an apple tree.
It was, I'm sorry. Yes, it was an apple tree. But remember, it did always look odd, like the way that it was designed, the way that it grew. Like it seemed like it was producing golden apples, and it seemed almost the branches were sort of withered. This looks withered in the same way, let's put it that way, as that does. But this looks terribly alive.
Can I get a Myth and Legends check to figure out what this thing is?
A quick one. It's coming right towards you.
Yeah.
Given the fact that it already said its name. Nice.
What do we get? Oh, we got this. The second one. What do we?
I know there's two dice.
I
there.
don't know why I rolled twice. Yeah, I thought I saw one. Anyway,
one for Myths and one for Legends?
this looks very much. Yeah, that's right. This looks
Is it
very
a
much
bane,
like
perhaps?
some kind of a nature spirit. If you had to guess, but you've never seen a nature spirit that looks like this. And Ahatea, it's about, by the way, maybe 4 feet in height, but as it walks, you can see vines and ivy spreading all around it and behind it, like
But it does
going
not
up the
really
walls and everything.
Demon, right?
No, well, no, not as such. No, you don't know of a demon like this. No,
Okay.
it's coming right at you, Ahatea. I need a decision.
Well, she would try to talk to him.
Slams you against the wall and walks past.
Ow!
Yeah.
That is very rude.
And as it walks past,
Rude.
I saw that was cute.
Vines.
Vines restrain you against the wall as it walks past. Frogor, it climbs up, and with every step, it gets taller and taller, more green, and you also begin to hear a buzzing, and you all now hear the sound of buzzing coming from the stairs. And Frogor, as you look, you can see there are swarms now of what look like hornets swirling around its body as it gets higher and higher.
Frogor will step aside.
It walks past you, takes no notice of you. And we're
As
gonna...
it goes, do the vines retreat from the mistress?
No.
Oh.
No,
Like as
they
it-
don't. No, but they don't continue to grow. They just stay there. They just stay there.
Would try to free herself.
Coming through.
Yeah, this
Cursing
creature.
all the curses.
This creature storms into sight, and Iliel sort of gasps and falls back. And this creature comes out, and as it enters the light, it begins to. Son. And it reaches up, branches begin to spread, it begins to grow in height until it is easily, let's say, 4 meters, 5 meters, 6 meters, 7 meters. Vines begin to grow up and around the walls. Hornets, I mentioned before. You begin to see things moving in the green earth below your feet. And literally the wall, as the vines come up, you can see the stone walls of the keep, the building you're in, beginning to crumble. It's as if you're watching the destruction of plants happen within a matter of seconds. As it's paying no attention to any of you.
Nature for the win.
It's like kind of reminding me.
It seems like a good time to leave.
Iliel is literally backing off and is like, "We cannot stay here." Now there are things burrowing below the earth that begin to pop up. Chuff, you narrowly avoid a root that sticks up through the broken stairs and is like crawling up like this. And everywhere around you, you can see the stone floor of the fort is beginning to wobble and stone is beginning to come up as roots spring through it.
Frogor, now that it's passed, would like to dive down and attempt to free Ahatea.
Okay, give me
Wait. Let me look something up.
okay.
Yeah, she would also try to get herself out, by the way. So, does that give a boon?
I would say so. Go ahead and make, let me see. Let's have you make. Okay. Frogor, I'm going to have you make for me, please. Not acrobatics. I think just a strength check, and you can do this at a boon because you're being assisted by Ahatea.
And I just click on the strength icon.
That's correct, yeah. Okay. That's with the boon. You may have to click on it twice.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to rip the vines free, but as you look behind you, you can see dirt is beginning to fill into the cellar behind you, and you're literally feeling almost like you're being lifted up on these roots. Everything is the stairs are crumbling around you.
Let's go.
The rest of you are headed out post haste.
No.
Okay.
Well, I'm definitely following
Ahatea would-
Iliel on this one, yes.
Okay. Yeah, she's like just freaking straight out sprint. As she does, by the way, there's sort of stumbling back and forth as you're all running for the door. Very Hotel California here. As you run for the door.
I don't remember this scene. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
All right. So all of you go ahead, get outside this thing as the...
I have a question.
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
As that as that big tree is growing, is the fruit tree also growing?
Yes.
Any new fruits?
Well, you don't see any fruits on it yet, but yes,
Okay.
that other tree is growing for sure.
Okay, if there's no fruits, it's okay. We're safe. He's leaving.
Yeah, no, you don't see any fruits yet. Okay, go ahead, Day. What's up?
Yeah, before she starts running, she wants to take a very quick glance into the room that the thing came out of. See specifically if she can see a figurine that matches the ones that we've been, or figurine parts that we've been trying to collect.
She does not see those. Now, admittedly, you haven't had a chance to look closely, but
No, this is a glance thing, not a search thing.
yeah, no, but you do not see anything obvious that looks like one of those statuette pieces.
Curses. And then she would start running.
Okay. I would say all of you, as you kind of book it down the road, the long and winding road down the hill, the noise behind you becomes almost inconceivably, illogically loud, like just this massive almost. And as you look back, you can see what you can only describe as if a volcano were erupting, but instead it were the earth erupting trees and grass and vines and nature. And within about 4 minutes or so, you are looking back on what used to be Fort Malus. And all that remains now is the greenery of forest and, moss and branches that cover or have destroyed what used to be there.
Or reclaimed, rather.
Reclaimed it, that's right. Iliel...
I'm feeling pretty good about this.
Yeah,
Iliel
same.
looks back and sort of nods slowly, and she says, "Nature has taken back what was its own." And rising from the center of it is an enormous tree with large golden apples hanging from its branches, which is where we're going to bring our session today to a close.
Nice.
I think I forgot to mention that Alytha also mentions nature's revenge is complete, because whatever this rot log thing was, welp, this is yeah. So interesting. I am curious to see what happened in this little extra section. Hey, what's up, Tilted? Very, very freaky. The spirit of nature makes things grow, living things. Some things are growing, and one thing being hair. Exactly. Listen, there's always something. Sometimes nature wants to grow, and whatever was holding it back, it resisted. It finally managed to break free. So, I was curious if anyone was going to try to sort of heroically remain in battle, and that was going to be interesting, because I think that would have been very difficult, let's put it that way, to actually accomplish. So that was, I think I'm glad in the end that we, you all let discretion be the better part of valor, because that would have been hard. But you made it. You all escaped outside, and the final judgment on Fort Malus remains. Okay. I'm going to start with the person at the bottom of the column, and I'm going to ask Bruce whether you participated in the game session today.
I totally did.
You totally did. What are you going to mark? for this?
Acrobatics is already marked. I guess I will mark spot hidden.
Spot hidden. All right. Did you explore a new location? Now, I don't know whether. I mean, you didn't really explore the cellar. I'm trying to decide whether a cliff face. I mean, you tell me. Do you think you explored a new location or not?
No, I think it was all the same. It's okay.
Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Not in combat.
Well, we'll get to that one. Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Yeah.
I think you did for sure. What are you going to mark?
Swords.
All right. Good stuff. And did you give in to your weakness?
Not yet.
But wait till next. Yeah, it'll be. We'll see what happens.
Coming up next week.
It's going to be a lot of discovering things. Okay, so there we go. So we've got those ones marked. So let's see how you do with the leveling. Let's see how it goes.
Nice. And I had a dragon.
Oh
and
yes,
a
both of
demon
which
as well,
marked
so
already, right? So dragon
Yeah.
was acrobatics, I think,
acrobatics,
and demon was
and
what was that on?
myths and legends.
Alrighty.
Where was the arrow? There it is.
Okay, so you did not advance in acrobatics. You did, surprising no one, advance in myths and legends. You did advance in spot hidden, and you did advance in swords as well.
Nice.
So 3 out of 4 advances. Very good stuff. Really good stuff today, Bruce, from Frogor. I love the image of Frogor at the bottom of the pit pulling teeth free, and then getting down to the bottom and like teeth. And I'm really beginning to appreciate the passive aggressive nature of Frogor being like, it's really great that you knocked this person off the ledge. I'm like, it was very funny. And I'm curious to see how Frogor's character will develop in that regard over time. But that was a lot of fun. And it became a big deal because you actually did need to get that other lens if you wanted to open this door. And you all could have all just been like, yeah, that's great. We're leaving this fort behind. Goodbye. You could also have done that. But because you wanted to know the deep, deadly secret, this is what we ended up with. And so I am excited to see where you all will decide now that the fort is apparently more or less done with, where you're going to head next. How did you feel about today, Bruce? Where will the lovely folks see you next?
Yeah, I feel pretty good. It was another really fun session. I mean, all of them are with these people. And I do still really love the idea of this little going down the cliff face
Yes.
and then splat and then getting up, pulling out a tooth, then doing the thing that he was actually supposed to be there for. I like that. And yeah, it was fun. Can't wait to probably die next week trying to get one of these apples. And the fine folks will find me next, I believe, next week when you will have a double whammy of Bruceness with both Dragonbane and Saltmarsh.
Yep.
So I'll be trying to play my diametrically opposite green boys back to back. We're like, yes, mistress, inner peace. So yeah, we'll see how that goes.
It's going to be good times. And yes, that's an important programming note I forgot to mention. Next week starts at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And that is because I am accommodating the Ghosts of Saltmarsh folks like Bruce, who are going from 2 to 5 so that everyone's not getting to bed at like 4 in the morning, which all the European folks know the drill about how that's not so much fun. So I'm trying to make it easier. So thank you, Bruce. Good stuff today. And cannot wait to see what Frogor gets up to next week. All right, Tren, did you participate in the game session?
No. Yes.
That's a lie. Okay. What are you going to mark?
I think I'm going to mark awareness.
Okay, seems reasonable. Did you explore a new location?
I mean, does that central room count? Because we went in there.
Maybe. I was trying to think about whether it does or not. If so, I probably should let Frogor count that.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. We can skip it. That's fine.
I don't know. I think probably not. You had seen a little bit of it already, so I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
it's marginal. So
Yeah.
did you
Then-
defeat
then
one or
that's
more
it.
dangerous adversaries?
No.
Did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
I believe we did.
I think you did. And then by booking away from the overwhelming force.
Yeah, that was. Yeah.
What are you going to mark?
That one. I think I will put that into bushcraft.
Okay, seems reasonable. And then did you give into your weakness?
Very close. There
But-
was almost a point where it could have happened,
Yeah.
but no.
Oh, right. I think I remember when that was. That's right. But it turned out not. Okay, and then did you get dragon or demon at any point?
I think I got a drag.
Okay, which marked. So what did it mark? Just because I'm curious.
It's a great question.
Should be. On your sheet.
It spot hidden.
Spot hidden. Okay, cool. All right, let's see what you get.
Okay, here we go. Dink.
What have we got? Okay, we do not advance in awareness. We do not advance in bushcraft, and we do not advance in spot hidden.
Nothing.
I think that's our first ever 0 for 3. I don't. We didn't get any of those. But those, in fairness, though, you have 14 awareness, 14 bushcraft, 12 in spot hidden.
Yeah,
Those are
I
all
need to
decent.
start putting it in lower
Those
things.
are decent numbers. Well, I mean, like, because the thing is, right? You get to a certain number, and you get a feat added to. Like, there's reasons that you want to do it. It's just you're running a risk, but But again, good stuff from Chuff. I really enjoyed the little conversation with Ithel. Why can I not ever get that name down?
Lilith? Oh, yes. Nice evil spirit with that one.
Iliel, yes. I should just remember it's Toriel, but Iliel. But anyway, with Iliel, there's a nice moment there, I think, sort of giving you a chance to talk a little bit about Chuff's assessment of each of these people that he's traveling with, and also, like, what are the chances that we're going to, this is just a symptom, not a cause of whatever problem exists in the valley. And that was, I think, a nice moment there. Plus, some good things to be able to track down. It would have been interesting if it had been some sort of normal creature. You having that position on the stairs would have been a good one, I think, to fire at. As it turns out, it was one of those like, well, that's a little bigger than I was planning on. I will now depart, this area. So
the only thing that Trump was close to doing was very close to telling Rotlug, listen, there is a weird looking tree over that way that we were going to go take a look at. You might want to go check that shit out.
Yeah. You might want to help and but anyway, but very fun stuff that we got from Chuff. How did you feel about today, Trent? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
As always, it was wondrous strange. No,
That's also true.
Well, yeah. I really enjoyed it. I always do. There's enough going on that, especially with this particular puzzle, as it were, there was enough ambiguity that I was like, okay, so what killed these people? Terrified them to death, basically, and then like pulled them down into the pit, but something pulled them out. What the hell was that?
Yeah.
Sort of thing. If it was Rotlog, why didn't he just come out through the hole? What's the problem here? And then when he started to come out, it wasn't until you said that he was starting to go up the stairs and he was getting bigger and the leaves were getting greener. I was like, wait. And it was at that moment I was like, maybe we shouldn't fight him. This might be something beneficial, which my brain immediately went to. Then why did the elves lock him away? What the hell? Who's the corrupted one here?
Yeah.
Kind
exactly.
of thing.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? Yep.
It do.
Yep.
It do.
If anyone knows the plot of Moana, I'm just saying, like, just a little bit,
But yeah, it was amazing, awesome, and the fact that Toriel's hammer never lit up when we were that close.
Right.
I was like, if it's something bad, that thing should be going full sting at this point.
Tari was on that too, with Ahatea being like, but no demon. Like, demon? Like, it was very much like, this doesn't look like is it a demon? So,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Evil doesn't have to
very
come from.
disappointed.
Evil doesn't have to come from. I was watching this interesting thing about, which I won't get into now, but about Tolkien's vision, which is also that's kind of a biblical vision. The idea that there is nothing begins as evil, everything is corrupted that way. And there was a quote from a poet that this person, a guy named Malcolm Guite, used, which I loved, by the way, which is, "There are no unsacred places. There are only sacred places and desecrated places." And I was like, that's a really interesting idea, that everything begins on some level, however you imagine sacred and blessed to be. Like that the question is whether you corrupt it into something else or twist it into something else. So anyway.
That brings to mind, and I'm sure Tari will remember this, when we ran into Witherfinger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
The end
100%.
Yeah. Anyway. So yeah, it was interesting. I was curious how you would feel about that. So, Trent, where will the lovely folks find you next? And don't forget to put your link for.
It's already pasted. I just have to hit enter.
All right.
So where will people see me next? It'll be right back here on Saturday for more Dragon verb.
Lance.
Noun. Well, could be noun, could be a verb.
It's worse too, because it's Dragonbane, Secret of the Dragon Emperor, and Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. So like. Dragonlance Bane, Shadow Secret of the Queen Emperor. Like, you know.
We got to get these two dragons together.
Exactly.
No, we don't.
No, you don't. No.
We don't. Not really. Yeah, so I'll be there. And between then and now, you can listen to me narrate Richard Dansky's Jerry Got Bit Part 1 on the horror podcast Pseudopod,
nice.
Which is at the link that I've just posted there. You can also see it. I've already posted it to my Blue Sky, so you can see it there. And Part 2 will be available on Friday, where you get to hear me with my standard kind of werewolfy voice. I love doing that. It's a lot of fun.
I can imagine that you would. Can recommend. Good stuff, Trent. Thank you. Good work today, and I will talk to you soon. Moving right up the line. Tari, did you participate in the adventure today? Oh, interesting. Wait a second. Returns a database error for me. Might be a UK thing. That's interesting. Is it not available?
I don't
because
know.
I'm curious. Hold on a second. Let me see.
Yeah, but like the UK has like.
No, I
this
also get a
new-
database error.
Yeah.
Curious.
I wonder if Pseudopod is having an issue.
Let me click on it and see what happens.
Yeah, same thing here.
Pseudopod's down.
Click.
I think Pseudopod's down. They have a database error.
That is the true horror.
Whoopsie.
Yeah, even I got one. That is the true horror.
Y'all didn't get out in time. Rotlog is like, wow, entire site is down. Okay, well, just bookmark that link for later. The site is not going to remain down, so it's something.
And it's still on my Blue Sky, so it'll be there.
Okay. Thanks, Trent. Good stuff today. So Tari, did you participate in the adventure today, the game session?
For about half of it, while I wasn't completely zoned out.
I know. I understand. I understand. You did. What are you going to mark?
Well, I'm going to use. I'm going to do mark Myths and Legends.
Myths and Legends. That's a good one.
I used it quite a bit today.
You did indeed. Yeah, it's their anniversary today too. Oh my God! I'll tell you what else too. The database error gives me unfortunate feelings about WordPress databases being out of. That's happened to me a couple times on sites, and that sucks so much. Anyway, okay. Did you explore a new location with Ahatea? Yeah, so I'm wondering about that because it is true that Ahatea went out of her way to do this, so I think I might be inclined to give it to you.
And she did get to a different map.
She did get to a different map, so I think so. I think you did.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Elementalism.
Okay. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries? Defeat's doing a lot of work there.
Well, I mean, the door might have been trapped magically, and I did defeat its puzzle that opened it.
I don't know that that's an adversary, though. I think overcoming an obstacle will cover that, probably. So.
Okay, yeah, fine. Sure, then not, no.
But you did overcome an obstacle without using force, so what do you want to mark that as?
I'm gonna do persuasion because I was trying to get that stupid coin from Toriel.
Okay. I need to be more convincing. And did you give in to your weakness?
Oh.
I mean,
of course.
With Toriel, yes. You have the most easy weakness to get all the time. Okay. So what are you going to mark for
I mean,
that?
if you like think that it's like too unbalanced, then I'm gladly gonna look over that.
I'm okay with that
you
for
know.
now, but there may come a
Okay.
point where I will feel that way. But
Gosh, what am I gonna mark? Beast lore maybe, because saw a new creature.
Okay.
So yeah, sure.
and then you got a dragon or a demon, or didn't you? No, you didn't. Okay. All right. Well, let's see then what you get. Okay, so Atea gets does not advance beast lore, does not advance myths and legends, does not advance persuasion. In fact,
Eh?
somehow rolls a dragon on
Oh
persuasion.
yeah, I need to
um,
roll
but
higher for these. I keep forgetting.
but does advance elementalism though.
Hey, that's good.
So that's good. That persuasion, literally, you're like, no, you're perfect at persuasion. You do it all the time.
Yes.
Okay, so
Most
you do advance.
persuasive.
Tari, good stuff.
Especially is so pleasing.
That's
to
true.
the ears.
It was good again to have Atea here, and I think one of the things that I really appreciated here about Atea was this idea that like I figured out the puzzle, like when you were in the process of working the whole thing through, and you're like, I got it, I figured it out, it's fine. And now give me all this stuff without necessarily thinking about, are there problems with figuring out this stuff? Are you sure you want to figure out this stuff? But sometimes maybe it is a good thing to free something, even if it's a devastating thing that will destroy you if you stop in the way. I love the idea that Atea is like, hey, let me, and then is just sort of pushed to the side as Rotlog goes on to do whatever they're going to do. So, and also I was having fun watching you and Frogor do the, what's down there, there. Are you all right? I'm all right. It was funny. Today, I consider myself. It was fun to watch. How did you feel about today, Tari, and where will the lovely folks find you next?
Yeah, I'm glad that this went as well as I could have hoped, outside of like the whole spacing out bit around the middle. But yeah, I was quite worried on that front, but no. So that's good signs for the future.
It's good.
So yes, was fun for the parts where I was able to pay attention. But yeah, good stuff.
And where will lovely folks? I guess we'll see you next Tuesday. I guess is what we're looking at.
Yeah, that's the idea. And otherwise, people can follow me on Blue Sky and on Tumblr and on Kara.app, where I post my art and other things at TariToons. Yeah, go do that if you don't already.
Thank you, Tari. Thank you, Prince Justin. And thank you again, Prince Justin, for the clutch inspiration, by the way, for Frogor. But good stuff, Tari, as always. And we will see you next Tuesday. And hopefully, if all continues to go okay, 2 weeks from now for Gamebook illustration would be nice. So,
I guess a quick note on that for people in the audience. Like because of my current medication and treatment situation, it's all a bit up in the air if and when I can stream. So, but yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we'll play that totally by ear. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tari. Last but certainly not least, okay, Crocs, for Toriel, did you participate in the game session?
I believe I have returned, yes.
You did indeed participate in this one. What are you going to mark?
For that, I shall mark hammers.
I was going to say proper use of tools.
Yeah, exactly. How to use tools the right way.
If everything is a hammer, then
exactly. If everything is a tooth to be removed, then all right. Did you explore a new location?
no.
Yeah, I don't think so. Did you defeat one or more dangerous adversaries?
Well, defeat is probably not the right word for this. No.
Probably not. But I would say, did you overcome an obstacle without using force?
Yes.
I think so.
I would say so.
So what would you mark for that?
For that, I would like to mark. Where is it? It escaped me. There it is. Sneaking.
Okay, makes sense. And did you give in to your weakness?
Well, I don't know if you're gonna let it count. I'd say I tried a little by at least trying to avoid opening the obviously way too magic door. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that you gave
actually.
into. I don't know that you gave into it, but I think you've set yourself up nicely for future examples of this, though. So I don't,
Yes. So I'd say it's more of a setup than an actual going through it.
That's fair. Okay, so and then you got did you get a dragon or demon at all during today?
Yes, I did for the crafting roll apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So what do you? And that marked what? It was crafting? I guess that it marked.
Yeah, crafting.
Okay. All right. Let's see what we get then.
Let's see if I get lucky or unlucky.
Yeah, we did. So crafting, you do not go up on crafting, but you did go up on sneaking, 12 to 6, and you did go up on hammers, which means your current hammer score is 15, or did it go up to 16 now?
It did go up to 16.
Okay. So I have to start looking at.
Believe that passes the threshold.
Yeah, I want to.
Is it already?
I want to
not
double
sure.
check and see if it does. Let me see. So it might be 18, but let me check though. So 16 to 18. Gain new heroic abilities during play.
Well, he's looking at that. If you guys want to check the pseudopod link again, it looks like it's working on my system.
Oh, they have it. They have fixed it.
I said it looks like it's working
Okay.
on my system.
Yeah, no, you have to increase the
does.
skill level to 18. But when you increase the skill level to 18, you immediately gain a new heroic ability of your choice. Because 18 is the maximum you can get to. So you will get a new heroic ability when the skill rises to 18. So you're only 2 away from doing that, actually. So pretty badass. Okay.
Thank you, Princess.
So Crocs, I really enjoyed the sort of connection that we started to see a bit between Toriel and Iliel, 2 elves who were sort of dealing with their own circumstances about, what the world looks like for them and whether they can continue to be kind of on their own. And I think Toriel, because there's so much involvement in crafting and so on, maybe is not like the sort of stereotypical flighty, I'm just worried about the cosmos, I think Toriel's probably more grounded anyway. But the fact that Toriel knows a little more about the feelings of what sort of the natural world is doing and what may or may not be corrupted, the feeling of corruption that was behind the door that Toriel felt and that only Iliel also felt. That's interesting. And I think there may be more that gets done in terms of like how to deal with elven society and how Toriel feels about that relative to other things. And I don't know how Toriel felt about watching the entire fort be pulled down by nature. Only Toriel would know that, I suppose. How did you feel about today's session? Where will the lovely folks find you next?
Well, today's session was certainly very interesting. There was a lot happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, this is going to be interesting in terms of consequences, both in terms of like societal consequences, specifically for the elves in the party, and perhaps our travel companions. Not sure what will become of her.
Mm-hmm.
And also in terms of how to call it, like new forces in the valley.
Yeah.
Because whatever that thing is, someone had an agenda against it, and that seems to be no longer the case. So we'll see what that gives. Anyway, I had a lot of fun as usual. It tends to be that way with this group and this game session. And very much looking forward to the next time, which will be next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Just a week from now.
At 10:30 a.m. Eastern. That's right. Thank you, Crocs. Good stuff from everybody. Really, really enjoy this campaign and this crew. And I am very excited to see what the 4 of them get up to next week. Chat, can we get some love for the awesome members of the Dragonbane contingent? Thank you once again to Crocs, to Taritunes, to Trending Sparks, to Undeveloped Bruce, and we will see them in this campaign. Remember, next Tuesday, earlier start time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern for these lovely folks. Crew, wonderful work. I will see you folks soon. Bye for now. All righty. Good stuff. Again, I really enjoy Dragonbane, and I'm glad that we've had the chance to play it, and that it's worked out so well. It feels like a very European game that's European friendly in terms of time zone as well, and so I like that as what we've got going on here too. Now, yes, I would like everyone to stick around because we are going to do nominations for the Chat Chosen Game of the Month. Now, quick note to everybody about this. Hold on, let me just sign out of Roll20. Quick note is that this is going to be happening. Let me pull up my calendar here. Okay. And I should mention actually very quickly, just before we do nominations, let me make, oh no, I'm changing my mind. We will do that after, as folks are doing their nominations, I'll go through this. But this is going to end up being played as of right now on Thursday the 20th. Now, I usually try to put this on a Tuesday, usually. However, I didn't do that this time because we did not do our Gamebook illustration stream on the 4th. And we're doing obviously Dragonbane this week and next week. And so that only leaves 2 weeks left over. And my hope is that Tari and I are going to do our Gamebook illustration stream in 2 weeks. So because of that, Thursday the 20th has become the time for the Patreon Field Chat Chosen Game of the Month. There is a world in which I might have to move that. And I might have to shift it and maybe do like 2 Patreon Fueled games of the month in September, because I'm going to be away the very last weekend of August. And so that will take away a couple of spots that I might otherwise have put them in, because otherwise I would have been able to put that at a different time, because Zach Clay and I may also be doing Gloomhaven. So all of that is to say, whatever we end up nominating, I'm going to try to play on Thursday the 20th. If Gloomhaven pushes it, then I will probably end up playing it early in September, and we'll have another Patreon game to make up for it in September. And if Tari can't end up doing the one in 2 weeks for Gamebook Illustration, I will do the Patreon Fuel game. And also it got pushed by Gloomhaven. I'll do the Patreon Fueled game during Tuesday the 25th instead. So that's all a very complicated way of saying stay tuned, but we've got more stuff going on. So I'll talk more about that schedule in a bit. But for right now, I want us to actually pick those. So game related, let's go to AB+. Let's go to start that. Let's go to wait for that to pop up and go. Yes, indeed. That's installed. Let's go to polls. And there's the polls, and it has loaded. Okay, now I'm going to fire this up. Which should be, there we go. Alrighty, so chat, what game would you like me to play for the Patreon? And I'm going to put up nominations. So what game should I play this month? So remember, if you do $nom, N-O-M, space and then the game, it will automatically load your nominated game into the list. And it will show who it is that nominated it. So again, I reserve the right to veto a game that's like a horror game that I really don't want to play, or a game which I'm planning to play anyway. But otherwise, I tend to play most of the games that end up winning these. And oftentimes I actually end up playing them and play them the whole way through. So that often happens with these two. So go ahead and nominate. Please let me know. $nom space, whatever game you would like me to potentially play. And we will take, I'd normally like to have 3 that are available, but 2 or 3. Fretless. What is Fretless? That sounds awesome, Tilted. What is Fretless? Can I get a Fretless? Are we talking, do I play Fretless bass or something? Yeah, I don't remember, Imaginary. I think you had mentioned something, and I can't remember what it was. Well, I wonder if it was another of the Kingdom, like the Airborne Kingdom series or something. I don't remember if it was that one. You did not nominate that. Oh, okay. It's a guitar RPG where you fight using various musical instruments. Awesome. Sign me up. That sounds great. So we got Fretless. What else? Let me have a couple of other nominations. I did play Spore. Oh, God. I have the original, one of the original Spore cases way back in the day. Probably pre your successful, your effect on it, I would say, Tren. So it's $nom space and then Airborne Empires is what that is. There you go. Perfect. Thank you. So I played Spore way back in the day, but I didn't play it after it went through whatever patching or, that kind of thing it went through. Nah. Listen, you've had other things on your mind, Imaginary. What else do we think? I will take one or two more. Oh, and while you folks are finishing that, let me just quickly say, since I said I was going to go over this. So we've got the Lamplighters League coming up today at 4 p.m. Eastern on GOG. Then on Thursday is going to be the Suikoden 1 HD remaster. I'm really looking forward to that because I'm really having fun with that game. Saturday the 15th is going to be the second session of Dragonlance, Shadow of the Dragon Queen. Very excited for that. And then Sunday the 16th is Community D&D with Prince Justin as Prince Justin's court, and Prince Justin continue to play the 13th icon. Very excited about that. 1 week from today, again, earlier start time, 10:30 a.m. Dragonbane, Secret of the Dragon Emperor. We'll see the sort of aftermath of Fort Malus, I suppose. And then at 2 p.m., we have Pen and Pixels, and we are playing D&D with By the Dice Roll as we get more Ghosts of Saltmarsh coming in. That'll be on the 18th. Wednesday the 19th will be Community D&D with the Shadow Crew as Dungeon of the Mad Mage returns. Very excited for that. Thursday the 20th is the Patreon Fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month that we're picking now, unless that gets pushed for Gloomhaven, in which case, see future event. In which case we would play Gloomhaven. Saturday the 22nd is Expedition for the Mysterious Peaks makes its return. Very excited for that. Tuesday the 25th will be, assuming we can do this, Car Wars Fuels Gold, as we continue to illustrate this Car Wars game book. Tari illustrates it as we go through it. If Tari can't do that on the 25th, then we'll do the Patreon Fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month, and we'll know that obviously before. Then we will either do the Patreon Fueled Chat Chosen Game of the Month if it was pushed by Gloomhaven. If it wasn't pushed by Gloomhaven, then we'll do more Suikoden on that day if it's not the game book illustration. And then Pen and Pixels, Lamplighters League again at 4 p.m. Eastern. Also on that day, either the 18th or the 25th, we're still confirming, will be the Our Vocalists with more of Citizen Sleeper 2. I just don't know which Thursday that's going to be yet, 18th or the 25th. Then I will be away at Worldcon in LA. I'll be away on Thursday the 27th. I'm leaving the 26th. I'll be there the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, and then returning the evening of the 30th, I believe it is, either the 30th or the 31st. I need to check. And I will be doing a couple of panels, including a panel on Tolkien and Le Guin. I will be doing a virtual reading as well, but I'll be doing in person for the other things. And then Friday night, the 28th, I will have a D&D with Authors live event at Worldcon, which is going to feature Christina Orlando and Benjamin Rosenbaum, Joe Mason. It will feature Amal El-Matar, well known to people in this channel, and Shannon McGuire. So I'm very excited for that session. That's going to be awesome. There might be a possible stream on the road Saturday the 29th, but it's very dependent on schedule, and it's very tentative. So I would say maybe 40, 60 that it might happen because there might be a lot going on. So we'll see. Little Arv will be with me for that, though. And then we're returning, as I say, either Sunday the 30th or Monday the 31st. And Tuesday the 1st of September will be our new month. And that'll be my final pre-semester stream because class gets started for me again on Thursday the 3rd. So that's what we got going on. Very excited to see how all of that plays out. That is what our schedule looks like. So just stay tuned for what we do with Our Vocalists. All right. Frozen Synapse. Yeah, totally imaginary. Frozen Synapse. What is that, Prince Justin? Prince Justin has nominated many successful games for this channel. Expeditions Rome and just, many, many of them. So Tactical Breach Wizards, I think, was one of Prince Justin's noms, I believe. So, yeah. So what's Frozen Synapse? Does it involve a synapse that's frozen? Hardy har har. Thank you, Trivid. Turn-based combat game where you program combat in a far future world where you're an AI running combats. Oh, wow. That's cool. Neat. I dig it. I love it. Okay. So if we do not get any other nominations, then I'm inclined for us to just stick with this. If we get one more nomination, then we'll run a vote and the top 3 will go through. If we don't, then I'm inclined to just stay with these 3. That's very cool. I have actually never heard of it, Prince Justin, so that's cool. And then we will have these 3, Fretless, Airborne Empires, and Frozen Synapse. So I'm gonna we haven't opened up the poll, but I'm just going to put it on final call for nominations. This is again going to run until next Tuesday when the final vote will happen. And then, as I say, it'll either happen, the game itself will be played either on Thursday the 20th or will be kicked forward to the following Tuesday. Or if that doesn't work either, it'll be kicked into September. So one way or the other, we'll get there. All right, sounds good. Yeah, so there it is. Those are the 3. So we're going to do those 3, Triffid. Tilted Gaming. No, Tilted Gaming, that's the game we're playing. No, that's the person who nominated it. Never mind. Let me start that again. Fretless, that's what I meant to say. Airborne Empires. And Frozen Synapse. Those are the 3 nominees for this month. Again, Fretless, Airborne Empires, and Frozen Synapse. And remember, that is going to have to be something that you vote in that poll itself, which Triffid is setting up right now. So you've nominated it, which is cool. But now to actually cast your vote, you're going to be doing that as well. Oh, sure. So it's Fretless, Airborne Empires. You are not a game. You're so easy to play. No, just kidding. And Frozen Synapse. There we go. Fretless, Airborne Empires, and Frozen Synapse. Yeah, Sag. There are the 3, Triffid. Okay. So we're going to give that 1 second, and then we'll go on from there. Yeah, and a lot of different cool things coming up ahead. We have launched, of course, successfully Dragonlance, but By the Dice Roll, Ghosts of Saltmarsh is heading into its final stages. After that is done, we're going to be moving into a full campaign of my Night of the Forbidden Library, my Tales and Tomes, the Forbidden Library, which is basically a 9-part campaign now because of all the different ones that I've run at Gen Con. 3 of those, the first 3 were published. And I ran one part of it already, which is for those folks, which started in London a couple of years ago. And so we'll be moving on to play the other versions of that as we go forward. It's the sequel to it, which is called Return to the Forbidden Library. And then the final part of that initial trilogy, which is called Beyond the Forbidden Library. And then we have Of Mice and Money, and some other ones like that that happen. I think it's Night and Day is the 4th one. 5th one is, I think, maybe Of Mice and Money. I'll have to check and see how the other ones work out. But we have a full out campaign as we go through the world of Hearthglow. So that's going to be going on for By the Dice Roll. And in the meantime, Expedition will continue. 13th Icon and Dungeon of the Mad Mage will continue for the community stuff. We will have continued, obviously, with Dragonlance will go on, and Expedition and all those good stuff. So that's the deal with that. All right, there's the poll, folks. Please make sure to get your vote in. That is the one that will end up counting at the end. Also, I should say, I have also voted today in my local primary in the state of Connecticut. I have voted in my local primary. And so I did so because it is a primary, but it is important to vote every time, all the time. And especially in America, I really would like to be done with existential elections, but we're not in that place right now. It is an existential election, and everyone in America within sound of my voice has got to be able to vote here. It is critical that we put a check on this madness. And the only way to do that is to vote in the midterms and continue to resist in every other way we can. So please do that and get your voting sticker. This is a badge of honor, or it should be. So please make sure that you do that. Thank you so much, Triffid, for that. And thank you to everyone who nominated today. That is going to do it for me on this channel, but it is not going to do it for me overall because I'm going to be over on GOG.com as per usual in a few minutes, about 15 minutes, playing the next session of Lamplighters League, which I've really been enjoying. We are making some good progress. It is starting to ramp up in terms of like difficulty difficulty and all that stuff. So we'll see how that all goes. But we are going to do the best we can to keep the banished court from entering the tower, which would be really bad. You would not want that. And then, as I say, we are looking for more stuff going on. Thursday coming up with Suikoden 1, the HD remaster. So excited to be able to get back into that game. I'm really having fun playing those. And then Saturday, more Dragonlance. So that's what we've got going on. If you like what you saw and heard, I hope you will follow us on the channel. I hope you'll check out my YouTube. Thanks for everyone who followed and subscribed over there. Please do subscribe there, ! Arvtube. It is the 12-year anniversary of that YouTube channel. I've been streaming on there for probably a year and a half, 2 years now, but I've had videos archived there for 12 years, basically 2 longer years than I've been streaming. And so it has all of my content going all the way back to when I started streaming on Twitch, all the way back in 2012. So please do that. I can't believe I've been streaming here for 14 years. My God. Anyway, please go do that and follow me and subscribe over there. It's free for you to do. That really helps. Thanks, Triffid. ! Arvtube there. Discord is ! Arvcord. You can hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Blue Sky, ! Arvsky. Please follow me there. Website, arvanelleron.com. Financially, ! Arvshop. That's the merchandise area. ! Arvtreon is that. Cool stuff for you and for the channel. We're going to be making some changes in it, but you can get unique stuff there. So please do join us over there. If you were a free member, consider becoming a paid member. If you're a paid member, consider upping the ante if you want to get inspirations like Prince Justin used today to make a big difference. So that's ! Arvtreon for that. Subbing to the channel gives you those custom sub badges and emotes to use here, there, and everywhere across Twitch, plus inspirations at the highest tiers. So please do support there as well. On the publishing front, ! Icarus, my graphic novel, ! Library is my Tales and Tomes, the Forbidden Library. I was just talking about my 5e adventure and source book, and ! Greyshade is my Greyshade IP. Greyshade Renegade Heretic, the Grey Assassin Trilogy, available at that link from critically acclaimed award-winning books. Also, 3 audiobooks from the same titles from our very own Trent Sparks that you just heard from. And you can also pre-order the tabletop role-playing game of Greyshade from our very own Brandon O'Brien there. And as always, ! BLM, Black Lives Matter, important to affirm and assert the significance and importance of Black lives. ! Help Now, the World Health Organization page on suicide prevention. Important to reach out to others when you need help and reach out to others when they need help as well. And ! Ukraine, Ukraine, to help the people of Ukraine as they fight back against an illegal and illegitimate war with bravery and courage. And we send the message, we'll do so for others in that situation in the future. Continued love to the people of Minnesota, specifically Minneapolis, the people of Biddeford, Maine, the people of Memphis, Tennessee, the people of Newark, New Jersey, everyone fighting against federal occupation and invasion and doing so, again, with bravery and courage. Keep it up. We see you. We love you. And we are making a difference. We just have to keep on keeping on as we get through this time and this moment. Otherwise, I'm going to say thank you to everyone who came today. Thank you to my wonderful mods, Prince, Justin, Triffity Mats, best mods in the business. Thank you to my wonderful Patreon supporters and subscribers. Thank you to Prince Justin, Triffid, Nonstop, Imaginary Exponent, and Trending. Thank you to my wonderful viewers, to Big Boss. Thank you to Jeff McLeod, Get Off McLeod. I love that name. Thank you to Mrs. Dunsel, to RS Orden, Sunny Boy, Undeveloped Bruce, of course, and Valerian Gamer, and Butthurt Gamer I know was here before as well. And special thanks today, as always, to my wonderful Dragonbane crew. Thank you to Crocs. Thank you to Tari. Thank you to Tren. And thank you to Undeveloped Bruce for being awesome. That's going to do it for me. I will see you folks over at GOGCom in a few minutes with more of Pen and Pixels and the Lamplighters League. More Dragonbane to come next week. And until I see you folks soon, everyone, please be good to each other and have a good night.